Okay, there we go. Hi, I'm Occupational Click, and this is my brother over here.
Hello, everyone.
And this is the wreckage. This was a few weeks ago. Went to go settle the car. For those who are wondering, this is what happened back in mid December. As you can see, uh, most of the damage is actually the driver's side. So yeah, this is where my feet and legs were. So you can see now. I wanted to share that. Maybe I'll do a slideshow video for anyone who wants to watch of the spectacular wreck.
Yes.
But I wanted to stream because I don't know. We had some.
It's been a while.
So what the hell? We'll stream because we'll see what happens. And yes, all of my favorites are here. The Deal for Real.
Wonderful.
Pony Boy Nostalgia Bash, and of course, Gritty. Oh, I love you guys. Love you. The big three, my favoritist. If we had JT and who's the other one? We'd almost have a full party here. Oh my God! Wow.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
look at that.
We did something. What day was that? We did something we haven't done since we were like kids, maybe teenagers. Yes. We got a haircut together because it was. I was saying to my brother, it's funny. I got my haircut back in November sometime, which is good because my accident was December. Here's what happened to me back in December. For those who didn't see. This is me back in December. And I said, man, if I hadn't gotten the haircut a few weeks before the accident, I wouldn't be able to go.
Yeah.
So I would have had I wouldn't be able to get out into a barber shop. So I would have had like a
shaggy mangled hair.
And I've been there before, but it's just too much to maintain. I don't want my hair to be. I like it, buzz it down, let it grow, and it gets a little too shaggy. Buzz it back. So he needed a haircut because his hair is getting long because he works with food and shit.
I work with food, and if it gets too long, I have to wear a hairnet. So
I said, hey, listen, man, you're gonna take me to. Let's get haircuts.
Yes.
And so it kind of worked. We haven't. The last time we did this together, we were teenagers, maybe. I can't remember the last time he and I went for the barbershop together, but it was the most practical thing to do. And he was gonna. I said, let me just buzz it down. I'm overdue. So what do you think? We got matching brotherly haircuts, which we haven't done in
25 years.
Yeah, close to 3 decades. I don't remember when, but so because usually you go, I go, we get haircuts whenever.
Yes.
It was. I'm like, you're going, take me. It's the most practical. So yes, thank you for noticing. And yes, it's time to move. That's why I said June cannot be Jejune. We got to get serious this month for reals.
Oh yes, now we got to get serious.
It didn't even reach the cab. Pointless excuse not to work. Yes. Doesn't matter. All it needs to do, the footwell, all you need to do is damage your legs and you can't walk, man. I suggest you get yourself into an accident and then get back to me.
Break both of your feet and then go back to work.
Us, it's like, man. When the Deal for Real shows up, it's like, what has happened to my beautiful stream? My once beautiful coffee house. But that's not the reason. The reason there are various reasons. It's just partly I didn't feel like it. Sometimes like, should we stream? But then I'm full. Let's just watch TV. It's like, plus all the physical therapy. Maybe I'll share some of that too. Yes. And what else is going on? We just wanted to come on briefly because it's earlier. You got to work tomorrow, but it's earlier, and we figured, we're still here in the northern hemisphere. It's still technically spring, so the Earth on our end is still moving towards the sun. So we're still gaining daylight until the equinox. Equinox is on. Wait, no, it's the solstice, the summer solstice. Yeah. That's June 21st ish. So we still have a few weeks of gaining daylight before we start losing again. So it's kind of interesting. It's like 7:40 ish, but it's still sunny-ish out. Right, so we figured, why not? We figured, what the hell? I don't want to stay on too long.
Correct.
Hour tops.
Yeah, just a brief stream.
Yes, that teeny tiny crash. And maybe I'll share other pictures. I got others. You can see the back. You can see what it looked like on the inside. Maybe I'll share one more. We have one more picture. I should do a little video that shows the true extent of the damage. But the whole thing was, you were surprised. The whole thing was like fucked up.
Yes, it was.
Where's the other one I liked? There's one from the inside. That's both airbags. Here's what it looked like. You can I'll give you the first person perspective. Give me a moment.
Hmm.
How do I do this again? Yeah, you don't use StreamYards for a couple weeks, and it's like, wait, where's that button? Oh, there it is. Oh, they moved it over there. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, share screen. Where's the one I want to share? This one, I'll share that. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do a little. For those who are interested, I'll do a little slideshow video or some shit. But yeah, it's both airbags. The back is also fucked up. You saw the back, but the front, it was, yeah, you can't see it, but below me, it's all, yeah. I'll share some images for those who want to. And I was in that car. My cell phone flew across at the dashboard, so it was dead. Battery was dead, no heat. Couldn't get out and walk because, you know, my legs are broken. So all I could do for hours. So it was an experience. It was an experience. There's something funny, Rafter Man. We were having a nice little party with our favorites, the Deal for Real and asshole bat. What's his name? Pony Bash. And now you got to come along and be a jerk, Rafter Man. Jeez. We've had some nice, pleasant weather these past few days here in the Northeast. And I know he's down. We're in Jersey. He's in Maryland, so the weather's nice. It's finally getting pleasantish. You know, it's supposed to warm up and then get cool again, but it's pleasant. You know, I mean, it was the other night. I left the window open because we were cooking, and then I went to sleep and I heard the heat turn back on. You got the heat is still on. You know, it clicks on when the temperature drops. It was chilly a couple nights ago. I had to get up and close the window. The heat was running, so it's actually chillier than it should be for this time of year. But hopefully we get into you know. The interior is intact. Not really.
No.
You didn't see. I'll show more. I don't want to go through pictures now. I'll show you more. Yeah, you can't make a split decision on just. I have more. That's the thing. You can say whatever you want, but I got more proof. It was one of my criticisms of people in general. I talk about climbing the stair. It's okay to formulate an opinion, but get more information. Don't jump to conclusions or start running with, you know, preconceived, I don't know, biases and bullshit. I know it's hard. It's hard for many people. I think it's hard for all of us, and for some of us, harder than others. But yeah, don't run with a theory. Get some information. Oh, it's still chilly down in Maryland. Yeah, it was chilly here the past few days. Today was pleasant, but I'm still in a flannel, so it's cool. You think it's June, you can bring on the summertime. It's still a bit cool, but warmish. I think it's supposed to warm up, so hopefully, we'll see what happens. Okay. I think and I'll show you real quick. What the hell? I'll show you my physical therapy. I've been going twice a week. Now I'm going to up it to 3 times a week. And I think I'm on my 13th session, 14th session. I can't recall. And I'll share some of this if they want to see. I'm lucky. The physical therapy girl and we seem to get along. She's nice. She's pleasant. Kind of cute. And no, she doesn't have that ew. That's so many women. There's this other bitch who works there. I haven't had her yet. But from across the room, I see her. She's got this other girl, got a nice ass, nice shape, but she gives me that, I don't even get stuck with her one day. But the girl, I go there, they tell me that, and there's also assistants, a nigger bitch, this one Arab guy, and they tell, okay, do this, do that. So I just do the exercises. And at the very end, I lay down on the table, and the bitch works on my foot to get like the swelling down. And they wrap the left one, they wrap in ice, like ice in a towel. The right one, I was telling my brother, they put, what would you call that? They put like a strap. They put this strap on my right foot and ankle, and they hook it up to this machine, and water flows through the inside of the strap. So like the foot and ankle and the lower leg get ice cold, and I sit there for 10 minutes while that does its thing. It's so it's ice and cold water. So I'll share that. For those I want to share with the Starlings. Where is it? Here, go this one. This is what we do. I don't have any pictures of me doing much anything, but this is the very end. She comes over and works on my my leg and ankle there to try to get the swelling to go down. Blah blah. Yeah, so then they do that, and what else was the other one? And I was thinking this chick kind of reminds me. I'll show you another. I got another picture of her. Yeah, like I said, she's nice. Thank God. Thank God I didn't get some bitch. She strikes me as she has the potential to be a bitch, but she's been pleasant. And the one thing I tell her, I said, I know I'll never be 100%. I know that. Got it. But how will I know when I reach that? Because right now we go out grocery shopping. He's walking normal. I'm like 10 paces, then 20, then 30. It's like she claims you'll eventually reach your peak, but you got to give it like almost a full year. So yes, the deal for real. You're correct. Full yeah. And she sent me to a podiatrist. I'm not sure I'm crazy, but he was telling me with the right one, my 3 toes don't move. And the guy was saying, you had the broken calcaneus and you had the subtalar fusion with the talus bone, but you might also have some kind of pinched nerve where like the ligament is like putting pressure. And but first I'd have to get like an MRI, not EKG, it's an NV, some kind of neurological. So I might have to get more surgery, which means more physical therapy, but don't have the time for that now. And it's it would even if I wanted to, even get all the time, and I was on Neat Bucks, it would still take months before they get the and then to schedule the surgery. But I might have to go in for more work because in addition to the fusion I had on the right, there might be other damage that their main concern was the calcaneus. So they put all their attention on that. This might be secondary damage unrelated to calcaneus. But the girl here said, even if your 3 toes aren't moving, it'll limit you a bit, but it shouldn't be enough to not do physical therapy. Keep at it. And then after you get the surgery, you might get, so I said, okay, so I might have to do that. Oh yeah. And she reminds me of that. I was saying there's that actress. I couldn't remember her name. I had to ask my brother. You couldn't remember, but what was that? We looked her up. Hold on. She reminds me of, I'm like, who does she remind me of? This one, Mary Stuart Masterson, who was, I don't know, she was in a few things.
Yeah, just look her up.
What was that? I guess Robert Downey Jr. and I always forget the bitch's name. Sybil Shepherd. Remember, he was reincarnated. He was actually Sybil Shepherd's dead husband, but he never got the shot, so he still remembered his past life. And this was technically his daughter from his past life, but he fell in love with her. But he was still having an affair with Sybil Shepherd. And anyway, this bitch reminds me of the physical therapy bitch, who seems like a nice person, so no complaints thus far. Anyone interested in what's, I'm trying to share my stories here. When I don't stream, all of a sudden several people, so I won't name names, say, oh, see, where are you? When are you going to stream? And I'm like, all right. But then I do, and it's like, why? Oh, I don't know. Is Mary Stuart Masterson the guy who played Hyde on 70s show? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. What I'm saying is I couldn't remember her name, but this is who, and this bitch is old now. This picture's from probably 20, 30 years. She's probably 60 years old now. So, but this when she was younger, this is what the physical therapy girl is probably 30 something, I guess. So yeah. I just wanted to share all that in case anyone was not worried, but also wondering what is physical therapy like. It's a bunch of exercises for like an hour and a half, random stuff. They're adding new stuff. And at the very end, when that's all over, they get on the table. She just basically pushes. The left is pretty good. She's left the ceiling. The right is the one that's still swollen, still fucked up. She does that. And then they put the ice and the circulating cold water. I'm just trying to share my life with you people. And in the midst of all this, I moved our parents out 2 years ago, burned a hand over it. Yes. And now I'm all fucking injured to move you out. It's like, you're the one I should be doing. Why do I do good things for bad people? I should be doing good things for good people. And I fucking served your parents. And so, okay. But does anyone see the Mary Stuart Masterson 5? You don't care. That movie wasn't that great, but I think there was a time they would show that on, I guess a movie comes out. A few years later, give it 7, 8, 9, 10 years later, they start showing it on TV regularly. And then another 10 years, they stop showing it altogether. When we were growing up, they would show that movie a lot. And I'm like, oh, she reminds me of the girl from that movie with Robert Downey. Okay. So what else is new? Do you want to ask any questions? Do you want to share things with his brother Click? Want to share anything? You're trying to get a vacation, right?
Yes.
Well, we just went to a storage facility. The place, I rented a storage unit just before my accident, and it's a small one. I told my brother, it's going to cost us money to get out of here. We looked at a unit, and the unit was it was a 10 by 30. Yeah. And it was too expensive. But the bitch, a very nice old lady, shows us this. She runs up, she goes, this is a 10 by 30, but the panels on the wall are each 5. So this is a 10 by 30. I don't have any 10 by 25s. They're the most popular. We'd have probably gone with those. Yeah. But if you can imagine taking out 2 panels, that would be a 10 by 20. I got like 3 or 4 of them. So we might try to rent a 10 by 20. Yes. We think, and we'll have to keep, it's going to be, and we'll keep the old unit. The old unit is what I said, 10 by 10. We'll hold on to it for now, and maybe we'll transition stuff because we're going to need to, I got a lot of like metals on it, like my father's old metal shelves and things. Can I take them to be scrap metal? But I'm going to need to rent a either a van or a U-Haul, regardless. You know what I mean? So look at prices of those. This is gonna be pricey. So we got to get this house move out ready. I'm hoping by July 1st we'll probably still be here, but this house will be ready to leave if we have to. And then we got to find a place. We got to find a place to live. We really are like, why am I talking to these assholes? We got shit to do.
Exactly.
But I'm still haunted. Yeah, this is like one of the most challenging. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna take. I'll paste links in case post rather, but I still have all this anxiety, all this fuck uppery, all this everything wrongery. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't get it. But we want to come on, albeit briefly, and just say hello.
Yes.
I'm sharing, but I'm sharing with the wrong people. It's like no one here gives a damn.
Well, here's someone.
We talked. There's a guy with leg and foot problems who's also this guy beat me in life. His leg problems, applying for SSDI. When he knocked it, but he applied before I did. Yes. This is the guy who told me flat out. He said, if you ever need to go to physical therapy, make sure the bitch you get looks just like Mary Stuart Masterson, because it doesn't matter if you're in New Jersey, California, anywhere. If you get a bitch who looks like this, she knows your stuff. So yes, you're the guy who told me. Yes. So thank you, Doggo Food Frodo. How are you? And should we share the accident scene one more time? She's one in a minute. No, that was an actress. One more. So repetition. People. No, I'm saying that actress bitch reminds me of my physical therapy chick. Share screen again. Where the hell is it? I don't know. She looks like this bitch. And she's nice. She's just pleasant. We get along. That's good, because you're always afraid you're going to get like some bitch. She's cool, very professional. And this is my life. I was doing it twice a week. I'm upping the ante. So I can do this 3 times a week, plus like somehow settle this house. But we got to do this. We got to, make this happen. Yes. I need your good vibes, man. Everyone, you all to send your good vibes my way. You know what I mean? So that's by the case, that's my right leg, in case anyone's confused. And just pushing on, trying to bend the ankle and get the swelling to go down. And yes. Now I told my shrink, I said, I need this physical therapy. So I can't jeopardize anything. I can't get into
sauciness,
my spurgy ways, because I'm going to, if I piss them off too much and they kick me out or something, so no, there will be the happy ending is when I can walk and you and I together hand in hand go for a stroll. That will be my happy ending, Laffy. I'm not jeopardizing my physical therapy. Now he's got that song in my head. She's a beauty, she's one. Step on her. She's a beauty, she's one in a million girls. No, I was saying there's this other bitch who works there. Face isn't as good, but she has this other girl, one hell of a body. So she's kind of cute, but it's all formal. This other chick, I'll be doing my exercises. The other girl will be helping out a different, patient or client, and I'll be like checking her out, and she's gonna give me those. So I don't know if one day this girl goes on vacation, this blonde girl, Mary, we'll call her Mary Stewart. If she goes on vacation, I don't know if that other bitch is or she'll go nuts, just start like stretching. She'll go nuts on my legs. So I'm worried. The other girl, this girl is cutish, but nothing special. Other girl's got a great body. She's caught me looking at her before. I try not to, but you see a room filled with basically old, frumpy people getting physical therapy. My eye does not go to this. She's cute, but she's meh. My eye goes to this other bitch who's like from behind, and she's got. And one time, this other bitch, she gets up on one of these tables, and she's working on this old lady sitting in a chair, and there's a table, and the other girl is up on this table giving her like some kind of massage, and I'm like sitting next to her. I'm trying, like the position this other chick was in. Like I wish I got a picture of her, but it's like got to be careful. If she sees that, it might jeopardize things. So, but anyway, unrelated. I'm singing that song now. The Tubes. She's a beauty. She's one in a million girls. But I just want to share my life for now, because like maybe we'll stream again for another month or so, because June cannot be Jejune. Yes, Bud Jug. Yes, you're correct. PT stream. Sounds good. I'll say, hold on. Let me set up my camera over here. Everyone smile. We're going to be on YouTube for an hour or so. Talk to the starlings. I can see one of these old ladies. Am I on the television? She's one in a million girls. She's a step. How's it go? You can talk to a pretty. Actually, that's what a lot of these people need. Step right up. You can talk to a pretty girl, but don't fall in love. She's a beauty. She's one in a million girls. Yeah, but don't fall in love. That song was ahead of its time, I guess.
Yes.
What do you think of the internet?
Yeah.
All the what's OnlyFans and shit? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you know, you pay the money, but don't fall in love.
Yeah.
All right. Not much doing. No one's really here.
Nope.
My God, oh my God.
Indeed.
The people who are like, what happened to OC don't seem to show up when I come back.
No, they don't.
Damn you all. Damn you all to hell. I can't think of much more to say. I thought we'd do an hour. It's maybe half an hour because I don't know. Cooking, waffles. Oh, let's repeat. Yeah, we did something we haven't done in like 25, 30 years. We got a haircut together because so take me too. And because I need one too. And we just said, I was like, it's summertime. I like to buzz and let it grow back. His hair was getting, he works
with food.
And I guess me being such a pain in the ass, being home all the time, fucking up his schedule. You haven't had a chance to get a haircut because your day off. I'm like, let's go to the storage place. Let's go to the car dealership. So your day off. So it's like, he didn't get a chance to get a haircut. He had to get it cut because it was either that or wear a hairnet. So I said, let's get a haircut. So, but we got haircuts. I paid for it.
You did.
Least I could do. And I got us some haircuts. And we said, we're brothers. We look just the same and wear our matching sailor suits when we get home. So we asked for a 3-4-5. 3-4-5, and it'll grow back. And June is a perfect time for this lovely haircut.
Yes.
And maybe no promises. We saw the charcoal. Maybe we should do one. We had to do grocery shopping. Maybe we'll do one last grill stream. Once we move out of here, we'll probably grill. So
correct.
We'll do one last grill stream. Maybe, or maybe a few. We'll see. At least one. But I don't know. There's so much to focus on. Maybe streaming is of least concern.
Yeah, no. It's hard to work in stream time.
Well, no, it's either that or he puts one of those hairnet things on. Yeah. Once again, I think you wear a hat.
Yeah.
And if a person doesn't, male or female, if your hair gets to a certain length, they start saying you got to wear a net too. Yeah. If it's too far below the hat line or something.
Yes.
Actually, Lennon, this is why we stream. Because I was thinking, should we get some steaks? We're going to food shopping probably later this week. Whenever we get a chance. Tomahawk pork chops. And I made some spare ribs and what was the other one called? I wrote it down. Spare ribs and something. It was some other type of pork chop. It was in the oven. I wrapped them in aluminum. They came out phenomenally.
They did. Yes.
And we made some barbecue sauce, heated up with what did we add? We added honey and you said maple syrup. So I added maple syrup. It actually came out delicious. And I still got some, we ate all that. I still got a little leftover barbecue sauce. Yeah, we can put it on I like that. Good, yes. Tomahawk pork chops. This is why we stream.
Yes, for this.
Because we said, what do we need we got to put on our list. We need from the store. Mm-hmm. I forgot. I was first. I'm thinking. You always think a steak. Put a steak on. We get ground beef to a hamburger. Tomahawk pork chops.
Yes, sir.
Lennon, good to see you. Lennon's one of you. Good to see you again, Lennon. I'm currently in the lab, says Doggo. But I think that's a typo. He meant to say LAV, the lab. He's in the lavatory, not the laboratory. You're in the lab. Well, are you in the bath, I hope? Everyone wants to use the bathroom when I'm streaming. I do something to people. They want to go in the bathroom and whatever it is they're doing in there, my voice or watching me just seems to bring out the bathroom in people. No, this is part of the problem. No. More of the chaos we got to do. You were saying, do we go to that one place and see if they won't give us a 2? Do we get a 1 for now? I mean,
we might have to just get a 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
No, we don't. I don't think we'll be out in June, but I want it to be like closer to out than in.
Yes.
And I want to try. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Like the one place they do have apartments. They said we got apartments ready in July and August, but is it one of these we need 3 times the rent shit? So I want to go talk. I was talking on the phone. I want to talk to them in person. I think we got to go together. Today we went. He worked when he came home. I said let's go to the storage facility. Went to the unit, but there was not really much we could do today. We talked to the lady who runs the place, and we looked at another potential unit. Now we got a picture how we're gonna get the furniture in there. So we're making steps.
Yes.
We're climbing a stair.
Yeah, yes.
But don't fall in love. She's a beauty. She's one in a million girls. All right. Look within the comments. You know how they go gray?
Yeah.
There's also like an extra space now. It's weird. Okay.
That's crazy.
And is this streaming properly? What the hell? Why isn't that's streaming properly? I think there's always the lag. I don't have to stand it too long, but I showed the car wreck. I showed the physical therapy bitch. We talked about going to the. We have to run. Probably you're off Friday. We're gonna have to do things Friday.
Yes,
so,
yeah.
Doggo, you're not supposed to be eating pork anything. Doggo, you're sitting here. You have to. I guess it goes back to your childhood. You know, on the way home from school, you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken or one of those rib. You go to like a rib house, and you don't want your parents to see you eating pork, so you'd go in the bathroom and eat the pork in the bathroom.
Nice,
So you're eating pork in the lavatory because you never wanted your parents to catch you eating pork. And one day, isn't it true? Like you actually dropped one, and your mother found it, and she freaked out, and you and your brother both denied it was yours. And your father's like, I know what this is. You know who did this? This is good old-fashioned anti-Semitism. Like your parents thought someone broke in the house and left pork, and you went with it. You're like, yes. Anti-Semitism. Never owning up to the fact, fessing up that you were eating pork in your very kosher household. I know. Believe me, Doggo. Believe me. Well, at this point, your father wouldn't give a shit. No offense, but yeah, that's what I said. So you probably dropped a piece and you blamed it on like that. Oh, that Nazi boy next door. Yes, but old habits die hard, Doggo. So you still, even though you live all by yourself, you're eating pork. You gotta go into the bathroom. Yeah, I know. Is this the real Doggo? I also own Johnson & Johnson. Do I have to go look and see if this is even the real Doggo? Or did something happen? Is Doggo on new pills? He seems different for some reason. Go to channel. I mean, I don't know if this is the real Doggo or not. I've never subscribed to him, apparently.
Yeah, it says Doggo food.
There's no videos. If there was a video, we can say, okay, that's dog. Well, people can still upload videos to someone else, but this could just be anybody. Is this the real Doggo? We don't know.
No.
We don't know. Oh, this is the real Doggo. There's two Doggos. Let's go to this Doggo. Oh my God. Let's go to this Doggo. Is this Doggo? Let's take a look.
They have the same name. Like,
is that Doggo? Kind of looks like him, but I'm not sure. Is that Doggo? Now let's take a look. Yeah, something seemed off, but the fake one has the period. Who cares? All right, so we got two Doggos. What's up with you, real Doggo? Actually, is this the real Doggo? Let's find. I was gonna pain in the ass. Go leave StreamYard. Here he is. Go to channel. Yes, this is the real. I think this is the real Doggo because he's got all these shorts. I think this is him. And again, someone else could be making AI or uploading it.
Yeah, I know.
Which ones that we got to shoot? We got to shoot. Yeah, we don't want to shoot the real one. Should we just shoot them both? Sort it out later.
Probably. Maybe neither of these are Doggo.
What if we don't even have the real here?
How many Doggo imposters are there?
Yeah, I don't think this is a real account. That doesn't look like Doggo.
No.
That doesn't really look like Doggo.
This doesn't look like something Doggo would even do.
This kind of looks like Doggo. She's a beauty. She's one in a million girls. Don't fall in love. She's a beauty. Yeah, this isn't Doggo. Neither of these are the real Doggo. I think the only answer is everybody gets a timeout. Or we just accept 2+ Doggos. We need more Doggos
What
in the
happened
world.
to the real Doggo?
What have you done with the real Doggo?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
Real Doggos in a dungeon somewhere. And we got like 3 or 4 alternate Doggos.
I think Off-Grid is going to have to drive down to LA and go save Doggo.
Yes.
It's up to you, Off-Grid.
Yeah.
You have homework.
Don't stop in the Bay Area. Don't hang out with Daddy. You got to keep going. Get to Los Angeles. You got to save Doggo. Actually, I was wondering like how are Endymion and Sex Addict doing? They're also in the same area, and they both lost their jobs. As I recall, Endymion and Sex Addict both in the Los Angeles area, or is Sex Addict in Santa Barbara, whatever, both Southern California. They lost their jobs. And Doggo, was he losing his job, or they cut? Yeah, you lost your job, right? So you're waiting for neat bucks? Or you're looking for like some part-time work? That's where all the Southern California, what's happening in Southern California is going to manifest. So all 3 of my Southern Californians have lost their jobs. Yes. Go save Doggo.
Good job, Offbrid.
Did he get a new job? I'm pretty sure all 3 of them lost their jobs. All the Southern Californians lost their jobs. I'm like, oh. Rafterman, you mentioned that, but you have 2 jobs, both online from home, freelancing, right? What about your second freelance job? And can't you just get another freelance job? What's going on with you, Rafterman?
Yes, let us know.
Well, Laffy, in order to lose a job, you have to actually have a job. I'm sorry if, your father or your sister beat you at Monopoly Junior, but, one of these days you'll get there. How's it? You can talk to a pretty girl. Whichever doggo mentioned that. But don't fall in love. She's a beauty. She's 1 in a million girls. I know. Well, we have 1 job now, which isn't paying enough for him alone, let alone this house and his deadbeat loser brother. So I go back to work next way. You want to go back to work right away. That's the thing. I have to have a job on paper to apply for a place. But that's nothing. Social Security. I want to ask Doggo if any of you doggos are real. Come on. The real Doggo, come on for 5 minutes. I applied back in early May. I got that phone call in July. Based upon the way the letter is written, it's almost like what I did back in May wasn't even the full application, or it was like just a step of the application. The application isn't complete until 2 months later when I do this. It's like, I don't want to say, yes, I'm working again. It's like, is the way, I forgot where the letter is. It read something weird like, oh, yes, we see you. Thank you for contacting us on early May. And so for your application, we will call you. So it's like, is the application not even in yet? It was just like I'm like, what the fuck? I know you used the lawyer, Doggo. You mentioned they sent you a packet, but do you recall, Doggo, unless your lawyer did it for you, do you recall like a representative calling you from your local Social Security office? Do you recall, or maybe the lawyer did that? They call the lawyer for that. Yes. I don't know. These people are just. Yeah. I'm gonna take a quick piss. I'll get us one more beer jug. Yeah. If we have to wind this down, we will. It's just really
wound down.
I want to share the wreckage of the car. Maybe I'll do a video, and I want to show with physical therapy. It's going okay-ish. I'm still slow. I said, don't worry. The wheelchair is just a nice captain's seat. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm at least better than I was before.
Yes. So what flavor of Jack's frozen pizza are you going to get? Sausage, pepperoni, the works? And what kind of jobs are you going to apply for? Ah, yes. Oh, you're a pepperoni guy. Very, very nice. Very nice. Oops. Oh, man. Yep, we got a lot of stuff to do. He's kind of dragging his feet. Do you have any AI training, or are you just learning with yourself? And what would these AI jobs be? Are you going to go to mycomputercareer.edu? Is that the thing?
Who are we talking to? Because we don't know if Doggo's real or not. Post the link, and the real Doggo can come on and say, I'm the real Doggo. Here's my account. If either of them are real. Okay, what's that?
We want the real Doggo to stand up.
Well, the real Doggo, please stand up. Please stand up. I'm Doggadigi. Yeah, this left feels okay. Sometimes the ankle and the toes are a bit sore. Left is normal. What's really holding me back is the right one. As you saw, the bitch was doing all that work. I still, these socks came from the hospital. I still wear them because they're comfy. but in the free socks. It's like it's this one. You see it, and it's actually. Want to tell them real quick when we went to the I'm rusty with using a wheelchair. That's a good sign, I guess. We went to the storage facility. How old would you say that woman? The storage facility, it's a few miles up the road. It's the one I rented. You got the one unit there. There's an office, and above the office is a little apartment. And this lady, I guess she lives by herself. She's going on about, yeah, I live upstairs, and I rent a unit here too, and we had a flood, but the insurance covered this. Why it's mandatory. I'm thinking to myself, you actually live on the premises. They don't give you like one
free
courtesy unit. Apparently, she told me it used to be a mom and pop shop, and now it's owned by one of these, whatever they're called. There's several like big, right? So some company bought it out, and so she goes, no, I got to rent a unit for my shit, and I live upstairs, and so she just lives there. She's at this place all the time, and she said, all right, I'll take you we'll go for a walk, and we'll look at the 10 by 30. So we're walking, and it's me, my brother, and this lady, and you can tell this. We're all like, I'm always paces behind my brother, but we were all walking at the same pace because he slowed himself down. Yes. And I think this woman, she wasn't slowing because I'm like, am I going too slow? Yeah. She and I, it felt good. For the first time in a long time, I'm walking with someone who is walking the same pace as me. In other words, this old lady, she was kind of heavy set, she was slow. She and I were equally slow. So it must have been hell for you, but she didn't notice anything was wrong with me because my pace and her pace were the same, and he had to slow himself down. And she showed us the unit. It was like we had to walk around the back to this other building. And we got an idea. We're not going to rent the 20 by 30. 10 by 30? 10 by 30. They don't have any 10 25. We're going to get a 10 20, we're thinking. Yes. So maybe a little pricey. But she tells us, and she's like, the price seems to go up every 4 months. So if you can rent monthly, but it'll probably go up in 4 months. But she goes, if you pay in advance, you can pay upwards of 6 months. The price will be locked. So even if the price goes up in 3 or 4 months, you'll be paying the same price, guaranteed 6, but you got to pay up front. I'm like, we'll think about this. We'll think about it. Yes. Yeah, rotund. And,
that's the way to describe it, yes.
She actually looked like speaking of actors and actresses, I told you my, what do you call it? Physical therapy girl. Physical therapy girl reminds me very much of that actress, Mary Stewart. I still have the pictures of her. Mary Stewart. That's who. Physical therapy. The lady at the place, she reminded me of like a female version of this one actor. What was his name? Oh my God. What was that movie called? No Escape.
No Escape.
Yeah. It was a No Escape. He was also in that National Lampoon's yearbook movie.
Yeah,
High School Reunion, right? No Escape. No Escape. No. 2015. No. This is one from when we were growing up. It had what's his name? Ray Liotta.
1994.
Where's the Wikipedia bits? The guy with some. What the hell's his name? It's starring. I'll know it when I see it. Some Jew name. I can't see it now. He played the war. Who's the guy who played the warden?
Try that guy.
Oh, there, Michael Lerner.
Maybe not.
No, I think this is him. That's a younger. We're sharing pictures. The lady. She's a very nice lady. Very. Oh
yeah, it was him.
Yeah, that was a picture from the site.
Yes.
This is kind of what's a good one to show. Kind of what she looked like.
I guess maybe that one with the yellow background there.
This is cool. I said after we got done, I said to my brother, she looks like that actor from like a female version of where the hell one of him glasses on because she was wearing glasses. I'm trying to find.
Yes.
It's hard to find a good picture.
Maybe he only wore glasses in his movies.
Yes. Or maybe later in life he got the eye surgery.
Yeah.
How do I open this in a new tab? It's a waste of time, but it's not like we're doing much of anything. The guy's name was Michael Lerner. I'll put him. And the lady was very nice, but I said to my brother, she's like a female version of that guy who's been in thing. I think he's dead now.
Yes.
That's what she looked like. She had a pair of glasses. She looked like a female version of this dude. And she and I were going at the same pace. He had to slow himself down. She showed us the unit. And so I said, we'll come back. We'll be back on Friday. It was weird. I dealt with this lady 6 months ago. She didn't seem to remember me. She looks at you and she goes, I know you. You've been in here. She's looking at you and you're like, so she recognized you from somewhere, even though, as far as you know, when I saw her 6 months ago, she had no idea who I was. I'm like, I said, yeah, I was here 6 months ago. I got that special price. Oh, okay. So picture me, Rosie, and a female version of this. We're all like, it's been hell for you waddling over. getting tired. Streams get you tired.
Yeah, I know
don't
they drain a lot out of
they
me.
do. They do. You're like Todd in that regard.
Yeah.
I get tired too, but it takes a few hours. You get tired within like, half hour.
Minutes.
Yeah. So that was our day. Okay. Anyone paying attention? No one's even here. It's a bullshit stream. The weight isn't helping me or that lady or who we talking about. No, I'm fatter than because I've been sitting around on my ass. I haven't been, simple things just like walking, that burns weight, So if I'm already a fat ass to begin with, and now I'm not doing anything, I'm not lifting, lugging, or walking, I'm going to be a real fat ass. So yes, that's also one of the byproducts. Don't get into a car accident. No, it goes beyond that. Is this even the real Rafter Man? It doesn't sound like him.
Yeah.
It goes beyond that to what I was saying before. I'll repeat it again. Please pay attention. My right was worse than my left. Left was a broken ankle. Right required an ankle fusion, a subtalar fusion of the calcaneus and the talus bone. They were so focused on that, they might have overlooked secondary damage. And that's why the podiatrist said, yes, the inability of the toes to move, the one toe not sitting normally, the swelling in the sole of the foot, even the ankle, the way it kind of bobs, that's all tied into this one nerve that runs from like the foot all the way up. And he says there's probably some damage from a ligament. It's fairly, when it happens due to trauma. The cure is to cut the ligament. It won't cause any trouble. You cut the ligament. That gives the swollen, compressed nerve the room to breathe. But before I can do that, you got to get a neurological report. And neurological reports can take months, so I don't have time for that now. But eventually, there's more. Yeah, the weight doesn't help, but there's more going on. And I understand. I got to repeat myself sometimes. No, there's secondary damage, but they were more focused on the major calcaneal fusion. Understand? Left feels fine, a little sore. Left, the ankle healed, and everything's fine. The right, it had that major fusion surgery, and in addition to that, because they were at the hospital, the clinic, they were so focused on the surgery, they may have overlooked this secondary. But I'm going back there Thursday, so I'll mention it to the ortho people on Thursday. I went to a separate standalone podiatrist that the physical therapy girl. Did I show you what she looks like? She looks like that actress, Mary Strumaster. This bish gave me the guy's number and says, "Oh, a lot of my clients go here. Go see this doctor dude and see what he thinks." I said, "Okay, fine." So I went to go see him. He thinks, yeah, because even she said basically what he said. They were so focused on the calcaneus and the fusion, because that was the most major thing, that, a pinched nerve was secondary. But now that you're healing up with the calcaneal, with the subtalar fusion, now look into this. Because, the three small toes don't move. Foot doesn't feel like it's sitting right. Even if you touch, like, the ankle, I feel, like, sensation all along the foot and up the leg. And he goes, yes, that's clearly a nerve being pinched, but you still got to I got to be able to see where it is. And so, yeah. So, yes. Have I repeated myself enough? It's not even a fucking hour and I repeat myself. It's like, oh my God. Well, whoever it was, have I answered your damn question? Beavis and Butthead premiered when we were kids, and it was on. The original run went off the air when I was in high school. I remember Beavis and Butthead Are Dead. That was our childhood. No, our father didn't really watch that. No,
not at all.
I don't think it was just didn't interest him. No. We like Beavis and Butthead, and we were saying how the original run. Then, like 14 years later, they did that second run, which is kind of meh. Another 14 years later, they do the third run, which is great because they do like older Beavis and Butthead, and they're showing. And it's like, I wonder if Mike Judge or his people watch, if not me, if they watch people in the community, because the way if you ever see like adult in their Beavis and Butthead in their 40s, it's like, oh my God, gotta go to unemployment, adulting. It's like a dumpy apartment, getting drunk all the time. The second incarnation was meh. This recent one they've done, Comedy Central,
it's not as good as the original, but it's better than the second attempt.
Because it has these Beavis and Butthead as adults, in their 50s, as middle-aged men. It's great. We can relate. I guess that's what Mike Judge, he realized, I got to appeal to the original audience, the original demographic, which would have been us, not my father. No. Goat OC. That's just more of a sheep. Goat OC. I mean, he's greatest of all time. Stocks Ben Moggin, gonna live with dad, work some and rot the rest. You're gonna get any bucks, or I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna live with my father. Our parents live in a fucking rent-controlled shithole apartment. All they have is their fucking Social Security, the retirement. That's all they have.
He's talking about himself. He's gonna live with. He's gonna do a little bit of work while living with his dad. Then he says, "Is he telling you to get in $8, or is he gonna try to get?"
I don't know, man. You simply seem the interpreter.
Yes.
Where is the sayer of the law? Where is the sayer of the law? Some beer, you good?
Jug me.
As these. Where was I? I forgot what I was doing. We show the wreckage. For those who don't know, for those who did not see. There it is. I'll go back and I'll show you. Here it is. Yes. Back in December, the road went left, the car went straight, the tree was right there. So as you can see in this schematic, and the end result of that was this. That was the outcome. There we go. See that? That was the outcome. That's, and it's mostly on the driver's side. My feet and legs are right in that tiny little space in here. Right? Look at that wreckage. Yeah, I'll do a video of it, probably slideshow if I feel like it. I don't have time to waste on this shit. Why am I even talking to these fucking? Every time I get gems, most of the time it's like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Oh my god. I hope so, man. But like I said, I want to ask Doggo. It's like I applied in early May. I thought the application was pending. This phone call in July is like a continuation of the fucking application. And I didn't tell my shrinker the others yet, but I got to keep my shrink around because, I need to be on his good side. He says something nice for fucking $8. Okay. I'll post one more time. I'm probably going to take all of it, put it out because I'm running out of things to say. Yes. I think I've accomplished all there is to accomplish.
Spoken your piece.
Spoken my piece. Showed some pictures of Rex.
Yes.
Also, Lennon Doom wants to know my thoughts on the upcoming. What's PPV? What does that mean?
Pay-per-view? I got that.
PPV?
What do you mean? Look at that. Oh, that thing that Trump is doing. There's that fighting.
What does PPV stand for?
Pay-per-view.
So it's a fight?
Yeah. It's like mixed martial arts. Trump is building some sort of stage at the White House.
Oh, okay. All right. So look, my thoughts on the PPV, I don't even know what it was. But I heard a bunch of artists don't want to participate in his 250th celebration, so now he's trying to do something different. I don't know. He's trying to. He's gonna have like a boxing. Is it a boxing match or what?
It's fighting.
Okay.
They punch and kick and do karate on each other.
Okay, I mean, good for him. I think with this whole. First of all, I didn't even know 250 was going to be a big deal. I know I wasn't alive in 1976. I remember my parents and like teachers saying, "Oh yes, I remember," because we were here in Jersey. Yeah. So a lot of them went to either Manhattan or Jersey City, Hoboken. And they watched the ships coming up the Hudson. So like that, my parents' generation remembers all that. 200's a big deal. I didn't even know 250 was going to be anything. I figured if I'm still alive in 2070, I'll probably be dead by then. Even if I survive, will the United States survive? Yeah. But I figured 100 is 100, 200
every 100 years. Yeah.
The 50th doesn't seem like so I'm surprised they're making a big deal of it to begin with. But you would think it would be, I guess, what I'm trying to say is regardless of how you feel about Trump or the administration, I would imagine that if you're going to have this big celebration, several artists want to be there just to show their faces and say, yes, because time will go on. They can say, among your resume, yes, I performed at that 250th. Yes. So I'm surprised more people have pulled out. It sounds like it was supposed to be a concert. Now, from what I'm understanding from you and Lennon, is turning into some kind of like a brawl. I don't know. Okay, but I don't think 250 would be special anyway. So I don't get it. If you don't, you need to work and buy stocks or rob a bank. What would Brosi do if you were on Gibbs? Both rot? Was he asking me? We both like to be on Gibbs. We can't afford Gibbs here. We got to get out of this house. Yes.
He's basically saying you have no choice but need bucks.
Right.
Because if you didn't have need bucks, you have to work, get a job.
Or is he? Or is he saying I need to go and play the stock market? Or?
And basically, if we were on need bucks, we'd probably just rot.
But we would play some. Well, we're basically rotting anyway. We're being forced like rotting corpses.
Stream a lot
more. Yes. Or never stream again if I get to tell you. Yeah. Lennon asks thoughts on Trump posting himself a picture with him walking with a Greya. I'm not sure. I think I heard that. It was like a little stunt, but I don't know. What do you think about the Trump alien thing?
I saw that. And as you know, more and more documents are being released. I don't know what game he's playing. Does he know more than he's letting on?
Well, the goal is, we're not sure what's going to happen. I might have to get a job, try to keep it under the hours. I said to my brother, I work under there's the TWA, which stands for trial work amount. It's a lower one. There's the SGA, the substantial gainful. I've always been sort of in between that anyway. I should have applied for this shit years ago. Yeah. But it's one thing to, work while you have SSDI, or at least work while you're waiting for SSDI. I'm still in apparently, I didn't know this. I'm still in the application phase is what the letter seems to too. So I don't know if I'm going to work during that. Because if I say, I'm working, I'm below the SGA, they'll say, well, yeah, but you're still working. Why'd you apply? At the time, I said, no, I don't have a job, which is true. If I go back to work in June, why don't you tell them in July? I got a job now. So maybe that's why they wait 2 months. But no, I'm going to have to go back. Ideally, if we get one of these affordable housing places, I get neat bucks and we try to get him on neat bucks next. And if not, he can just work some shit job a few days a week. It's like, you have to work 6 days. Right now, he's working 6 days a week, but they're only giving him about 5 days worth of hours. So I could say, okay, if you're working 6 days, at least you're getting 8+ hours a day. It's 48 hours, whatever. Or, okay, I'm only getting 30 some odd hours, but I'm working 5 days. You're giving up sleep. You got to get up, early, come home tired, gas, wear and tear on the car for a 6 day, but you're only getting 5 days worth of pay. So I would say, if I got neat bucks, if he can't get on them, I got my neat bucks, work a shit job 3 days a week. Fuck it. Yeah, it's no need for this shit. Oh, flying solos. This is by this complex PTSD spur. Okay. I liked your old name better. He says he's sorry because he's drunk.
Okay.
I know it's like to be drunk, man. Did you get your new diagnosis, by the way? Cassandra, what a strange coincidence. I had never listened to Jejune until this morning. Oh, there's a band called Jejune. After I saw a video about female-fronted bands, and they were mentioned. Did you mention the band? Maybe, no, I remember there was an episode of Frasier. He was dating 2 different women. He wasn't sure which one he liked. No, he's going, oh, I'm getting tired. He's thinking to himself, I'm tired of this girl. The other night, the other one used the word Jejune. Jejune is just it sounds very fancy. It just means very bland, banal, silly, trite. And I said, we can't let the month of June be Jejune. We actually got to get shit done. You know what I mean?
Yes, she was listening to a band called Jejune, and Jejune comes up again. That's very odd.
Sure. Frequencies.
You've been hanging out on this stream too much.
No, we will never move, Laffy. Never, ever, ever. Did everybody see the wreckage? There we go. Yes, yes, this has been the past 6 months of my life. Now, complex PTSD, I call him complex. Yes. PTSD spurred. Well, you got to drop the spurred now. He says the shrink took away his autism. Now, hold on.
Wow.
I'm confused.
Wow.
You had told me you were diagnosed with a few things and you were going back to get more things. Did you go to the same shrink? Because if it's a different shrink, you still have the paperwork from the first one. But you're saying he took it away. So it was the same guy. I misdiagnosed you. You're not really a person. Is this the same guy taking it away?
Read the whole
I'm sorry.
comment, buddy.
Why don't you read some out? I'm not reading. Okay.
She could have given me a well.
Is that all? It's okay. It's a woman. Who gives a shit? The shrink took away. So is this the same shrink bitch, shrinkette who gave it to you in the first place? The shrink took away his autism diagnosis because he was smart and shit. I thought they say spurgs. Not that we're geniuses, but some spurgs can be very smart or of average. That's why so many don't get diagnosed. Like academically in school, academically on paper. Like if you say, I got, I'm a spurg, I got mental problems. No, you don't, because you do fine on the test. You may not be a genius, but you're average or whatever. The special class is for like the retards sniffing glue. So academically, Spurgs don't usually have a problem. So I understand that. But I'm sorry, was this the same? I still have inattentive ADHD, PTSD, major depression. She could have given me avoidant, but okay. But is this the same one who gave it to you in the first place? She wants to try meds to see if I become better. Losing the tism sucks. Don't fully believe I don't have it. But maybe it's just avoidant. Okay. A Dio, man. So how could she take it away? If someone diagnosed you with autism and someone else says, well, I don't think he has it, does she have to, she actually write in her report, does not have autism, disregard that? Because how could she take away someone else's diagnosis? I don't understand that. What's a Dio?
He took a test.
Oh, but it's the same company. Okay, so if not the same person, now I get it. It's the same institution. Okay. So if you apply for NEPUCs, the doctor doesn't really matter. Technically, it's this institution. So yeah, you give Social Security their address and number. Yeah, we thought he had autism. We were wrong. We, the collective, the church, I call it the Church of Modern Medicine. At this parish, one priest said he had it. Then later on, a priestess disagreed. Okay, that answers the question. So it wasn't necessarily the same person, but it's the same place. What's a DO, man? DO?
I don't know. He said he's drunk. What does DO stand for?
So you kind of fucked up. You shot yourself and going back to, I would have gone someplace else if there was a risk of them taking it away. But maybe they were wrong. Maybe you're not really a Spurg. I still have one shrink kind of thinks I have it, but he was only what's a DO? I don't know. Am I missing something? DO? She was like, what does it stand for? Psychologist? What does DO stand for?
No idea.
Doctor something dies. Yeah. Okay. So at first I'm thinking he went to two different people. One can't take away from the other. They're separate. Oh, but it's the same institution. Okay. So under the same roof, then yes. Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. What is osteopathic?
I'll have to look that up.
I'm looking right now. What's osteopathic? Osteopathic. What does a DO do? Osteopathic medicine is a, quote, whole person approach to medicine, treating the entire person around the symptoms.
So it's not really medical stuff.
With a focus on preventative healthcare, doctors of... You should go to like a fucking neuropsychologist, not whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah.
And it says, according to this, these DOs help patients develop attitudes and lifestyles that don't just fight illness, but help prevent it too. Well, if prevention is part of their goal, of course they're going to treat and prevent. Like they can say, yes, when he first came to us, he had autism, but we treated that. He still has ADHD, but don't worry. When he comes back in a few months, we'll have treated that as well. That's what this sounds like. This is the doctor you're going to? No, you need, if a psychologist or psychiatrist won't do it, a neuropsych, a DO, what the fuck? I'm sorry, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, I disagree with Rafterman. Everyone's a Spurg. Quite the opposite. No. It's not normie versus Spurg. It's normie versus a plethora. I think a lot of people in this community are clearly fucked up, but it's not one type of fucked up. We all have our different things. Like I always use Aiden in Canada, Ottawa. Aiden's not a Spurg, but he's schizophrenic. So he's got his thing. So people have different things. We're all fucked up. There's different types of fucked up. It's not either or. Okay, but yeah, a doctorate, that's great, but this isn't who I would go to for a Spurg diagnosis or any kind of mental. I wouldn't go to them. I would go to a neuropsych. Holy diva, you've been down so long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of it? I went to like old records. Like I was never like a vinyl aficionado, but I helped a guy move once years ago. I got all his records, and then Princeton Record Exchange isn't too far from here. You can buy like old records for $1, and sometimes it's nice. I haven't been there in a long time. You say, okay, I heard a couple songs by this. I'll pay $1, even though I can look on the internet. It's kind of like with television. I can on demand or put a DVD, but yes. I got to know I want to do that. If I'm flipping through the channels, I might come across a show. Same thing. Yes. I throw the record on. I might hear a song that I wouldn't have looked up on the internet, and only for $1. So I got a couple Rainbow records you should probably listen to before I move out. Yeah, that was Dio's. It was in Rainbow first, right? Evening. All right, let me show.
Now the party can begin. That's pissing.
I should just do a damn video. That's my feet and legs. Let's see the driver's side. I think I showed you last time. My feet and legs are under all of that. under all that. I'm sorry, am I missing? No can do solo? Are you talking to someone? What are you talking about? No can do solo. Sorry, what? It's 5:30 on the West Coast. Are you home, Horsehead, or are you still at your office? You're still in the office? You can't leave till 6 or 7? Late night at the office, or what's going on? Flying solo. PTSD, former Spurg. I am what I am. I am a sex have a freak. Former sex. Oh, you were talking to Horsehead. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That's his. Oh, you're calling him Solo for short. Flying Solo. Flying Solo is PTSD Spurg or complex PTSD Spurg, but he's no longer a Spurg. He went to the same little church, different priest or priestess, same institution. They took away his holy paper. He's no longer a Spurg. So says them. But yes, so you're calling it, this is complex. I call him complex. It's getting confusing. I hate when people change their names. It all starts with Yith. Oh my God. Just don't remind me. Yes, this Flying Solo 12 is complex PTSD Spurg. Same guy. Yes, Dio. Yeah, I got a couple Rainbow. I think I might have a Dio album. I got a couple Rainbow albums. Just like it's okay for $1, 10, 12 songs, whatever. What the fuck? Because yes, I could go online and listen to these songs individually, but that requires me to seek them out. Like sometimes you're watching TV. Oh, an old episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
I could get the DVDs out, but you know what? It's on. Let me watch it. I wouldn't have thought to. Same thing. I wouldn't search out these songs individually. Throw on for $1 and tax $6, $7. Throw on the record. Pretty damn good. So some of my old records. I got to move those to storage. Yeah.
Yes.
No, the one at the grocery store the customer who went nuts and accused me of following her, never saw her before or since. The girl who tried to, I'm going to tell I want to tell my stories. I had this idea of going around doing that. The girl who tried to run me over, that was like six years ago. No, I haven't seen her since. No. Will your sister give whose sister? We have the same sister. He's talking to someone else. Will whose sister give? Will our sister give him money? No, no, not at all. I mean, maybe if you knocked on her door and said, I dumped our brother, it's just me, bro, C now, she might let him sleep on the floor for a night or two.
Yeah.
Good, you got rid of that loser. But she's not giving you, no, fucking twat, no. She does not have kids, no. She lives with a dude. I've never met him. She's been with him a long time. She lives at his place that he owns. I think they might like nominally be engaged with no plans to marry. No kids. Have her give it to me. She won't give us anything. Yes, she has a meme job. Yes. But that's the thing. I don't blame her for taking advantage. If I were a chick and they want to give me 6 figures, I would take it. I don't blame her for that. She really thinks, I did this myself. You're a lazy bum. You're going to waste my tax money with your neat bucks. I worked hard for this. Man. Last time I haven't seen her in 2 years going on about, oh, man. She drank that fucking Kool-Aid. Our sister's a twat. A fucking. So everything you're saying about her is true, but you seem to miss the fact. Why would she give us anything? She fucking. I haven't spoken to her in 2 years. When was the last time you spoke to her? She texted you once in a blue moon. Yeah. But even that's full. It was last. We can be honest. Unless you guys talk in secret, I don't care. You talked to her recently?
Wished her Merry Christmas. That was just a text, though.
It was so he's claiming last time he had communication, he texted her Merry Christmas. That was around my accident time.
Yeah.
So she's like a stranger. Good. You can help me reorganize mine. After I get out of storage, I'll do a vinyl record stream. Wherever that's another thing. There's a place we'd like to go to. And we might even be able to get 3 bedrooms. But first, I need to either have a job or be on Neatbucks. It's affordable housing. But we got to fill out the applications and drop them off in person.
Yes.
But what did they tell us last time? They said it takes average of 8 months currently.
It does, yes.
So we can't wait that long. We might have to sign a lease somewhere else, live there for a year while we get into this other place. Income is really, as long as, I forget what the numbers are. I got to tell me, there's a bracket. If you're in between, right now, my brother is by himself is too low. If I had a second job, even if it was only like, half of what I was making last time, we'd be over that bracket amount. It's somewhere in between. So he and I together, if I either had SSDI, even SSI, or a job, we'd be able together. You can't have too much. You can't have too little. If I hadn't had this accident, we would have qualified.
Yeah. We'd be in much better position.
Express your anger, man. Go ahead.
Like, I need him to have a job. He pisses it away the first chance he gets.
We could have applied back in January, February if I had this accident.
We'd closer to that goal.
I'm getting closer to my home. Who sings that song, buddy? Grand Funk Red. I'm getting closer to. I'm your captain. I'm your captain. He really. Todd he said he sees more similarities between you and him than me, and it was you really get burned out with these stupid streams, but you worked all day too, and so we can end this soon.
Well, you can keep it going.
No, because it's getting late. Plus, it's later, but you don't want to waste time streaming, but you're not ready to go to bed. It's like I don't know. We'll go a little longer. It's about an hour. We did okay.
Yes, we did.
I'm your captain. I'm your captain. No, I don't think. Actually, this is starting to die.
Yeah.
I'll get the other one. My accident was December 15th. You wished her Merry Christmas, Christmas Day or the day before?
Yeah.
I don't think you mentioned it. I don't think maybe if you did, I don't care. You can be honest. Did you tell her about my accident?
No.
We're not that close anymore. I don't think she knows or my parents know. Or I'm not trying to keep it a secret. It's just we don't communicate with them. I don't think you just said Merry, didn't mention anything.
Yeah. I also might have done a Happy New Year.
Who's that? Our parents or
to our sister, yeah, but then she said Happy New Year back. That's all there is. That is.
And who texted whom first? Who texted whom first, buddy?
I think I texted Merry Christmas first.
Okay.
And she did the Happy New Year first.
The only thing I remember, and this was some time ago before my accident, my sister texted my brother, because I haven't seen my sister in 2 years. It might have been a year ago. She said, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry we don't see each other too often, but I can't stand our other brother," or something like that. Something to that effect. So she sees him as as long as he's affiliated with me, I guess he's like dog shit by proxy. Our sisters, but I think even though you can say I'm an asshole, again, I'm a spurg, and I think our kid sister really hates me, like over the top hatred. I was amazed. I thought we were going to work together to get our parents over there. Piece of fucking cunt she is. I think. I mean, you can say, I know he doesn't like to take sides. What my family will do, it's been a while, if he's, like I'm not there, it's him, my sister, and my two parents, they will always, to take the blame, to deflect from any of their flaws. My mother, my retard father, and my sister will all start, making me the bad guy, the scapegoat. And what they're saying, there's truth to what they're saying. I don't deny it. But they, instead of addressing their own flaws, they'll change the subject to me to get the attention off of them. And my brother falls for it every time. He never says, "You're right." You never say, "This guy's an asshole," but wait, Ma, why did you take that paperwork? What is this retard doing? It says, he always joins in with it because I that's the role I play in this fucked up family. And it's true. It's a God's honest truth. I'm not saying I'm a saint. A lot of what they say is true, but they always bring it up conveniently to take away any attention on their flaws. And he always falls for it. That's how I feel. I've said you can say I'm wrong. I've shared this before. You think I'm wrong with that, or
that never happens?
I was like, "Oh, you went to this a while ago. Did you ask her mother why the fuck she took that paperwork? Why her father wanted to do that? Would you ask our fucking bitch sister why she took that credit card bill?" "Well, no, that didn't come up. I didn't think to ask." "Well, what'd you talk about?" "Well, what an asshole you are, and piece of shit." I'm like, "Okay, thanks. That's exactly what you told me." But okay, that never happened. Okay, okay.
That's not what happened.
This is, I'm paraphrasing, but we're getting the gist here. Let me be honest. I'm a piece of shit, but you think I'm lying? Is there some truth? Think there might be some truth to what I'm saying? And Brother Click doesn't want to, okay, maybe I'm wrong. That's the okay. That's the impression I got. And I've said to you many times, I've said this before. I said, you can call me an asshole all you want. You're absolutely right. But do you ever stop and say, yes, we've established he's an asshole. We've established OC's an asshole. Can we talk about your flaws for once? Why the fuck did you do that? But no, it's always, he doesn't want to rock the boat and be on their bad side. And they just want to call me the asshole so they can take any blame away from themselves for their own transgressions. That's exactly how I see it. And I don't think I'm totally off base. But who am I to complain? Because I'm the asshole. It's fine.
That doesn't happen. what he's describing doesn't happen.
What's Chad denial? Chad denial?
I have no idea.
Okay. This is a very. There are people here, but it's like.
Yes.
People all around me, but I still feel alone. Just when I think I'm going to break down and cry, someone plays the tune that drives a tear from my eye. There goes another love song. Someone singing about me again. There goes another love song. Now I need more than a friend. I said, there go. I have that record because oh God, maybe 15 years ago. I was doing this one job. This dude I work with. He was he was a big fat dude, nice guy, similar situation. He was 20 years older than me. And his father, they had money though. The father had a stroke and he became the caretaker. He was there were 6 or 7 kids and he was the one who never married, stayed home. I don't think he was queer though. I think he was just, incel adjacent. He lived at home. And then they both died, and he wanted his one brother who had money was helping him. He was going to sell his house and move all the way down to South Jersey, a place called Cape May, the southernmost tip of Jersey. And he didn't have any, his siblings wouldn't help him. So he and I got along at work. He was one of the few, I have so many enemies. He and I got along. So I helped him move a bunch of shit. Because like I said, I've been moving furniture all my life. Every time we would change houses since I was a teenager, even younger, I'd be moving. I helped this dude get the shit out of his house, move it to storage. I'm trying to remember where he was storing it. And then he said, any shit I don't want, you can take. And I really didn't want his shit, but I took some of his records. One of them was the Outlaws. And he told me, he said, because he was, like I said, 20 years, he was born like 1962. He was telling me like when he was in college, he loved the Outlaws. He went to go see them thinking and he said, man, they sucked. They really sucked live. Like anyone can have a bad show, but you can just tell they sucked. I love their records, but man, they fucking sucked. So I got a couple outliers. We're talking about the records. I got a couple Outlaw records from not the record shop, but from this dude who I haven't seen him since. He moved down to South Jersey. But he was one of the few coworkers I got along with. That's a good. Well, I'm not going to answer that. She's both of our sister, and maybe who knows? Maybe Brother Click wants to say that I'm portraying her too negatively. Maybe you can. Why do you think our sister, if she is she cruel? Do you think she's cruel? For all my flaws, for once, everybody watch this. I'm an asshole piece of shit. Can we forget about me? Forget about me. Yes, she's a piece of shit. Bro, see, what do you think about your sister?
Yeah, when she's highly agitated, she can be quite cruel.
Like our father. She's a fucking cut.
Like you.
No, you and me are goodly people. Our mother's a stupid twat who just obeys our retard, asshole, piece of shit, nasty father. And our sister's a spoiled little bitch who... I still try to work with these people, and they all fucking threw me under the bus. I still try to be loyal or familial, but I'm the bad guy. And Bro C doesn't want to rock the boat. That's my take. I'm giving you my opinion. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but you're not sharing yours. You're oddly mum, like always.
No. When you call our sister or mother cunt rags multiple times a day, every day, you're not being good and you're not working with them. In your brain, you are.
Why we never say it to their face?
Yes, you do. So yeah,
dude did. I haven't seen him.
Dude did. Yeah, very dismissive, and you're very cruel in your own right, and that's where things broke down.
Well. Hi to your Normie Horse thinks that you're a Chad, so congratulations.
Thank you, Horsehead. Thank you.
Yes, I'm the black sheep, and if I'm going to be the black sheep, I'm going to embrace the role. So stop criticizing me. I've embraced the role. Look what happened to me. You see this shit? You see this? Put yourself in that car in the middle of the night for hours. No cell phone, no power, no heat. Can't walk because your legs are broken. Bitter mid-December ice snow on the ground. You, put yourself in my car seat. Have a seat. Let's go for a ride. Wait, how come this doesn't go back to normal? There we go. Horsehead says, I don't think you're an asshole. I think you have blind spots. Perhaps. Why don't you point them out? Because you're blind. What you think are blind spots are often misunderstandings or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say miscalculations. Incorrect analyses and interpretations on the parts of others. I think you have blind spots. Okay. External. How do I externalize? I point out the flaws in others. These people have no problems pointing out my flaws. And I say, okay, fine. Maybe you're right. I admit I'm an asshole here. I'm wrong about this. What about your own flaws? It's always him. He's this, he's that, he's that. Okay, you're right. You're right. I agree. What about your own flaws? Let's not talk about them. He sucks. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Embrace. Yes. Yep. Middle of nowhere. Oh, yeah. The answer is no, because I've had so much other bad shit happen to me that this is actually a drop in the bucket. This would be brutal for the average person. This is like chicken shit compared to the stuff I've gone through. That's why I want to share my stories about almost being run over on purpose by some crazy psychotic BPD nigger bitch and the fucking piece of shit manager boy who lived across the street from her, not wanting to piss her off and hiding it. Oh, he was vaping, but trying to get me arrested for all that. And then the dude strangled me. I got to share my real stories to the point where this is actually chicken shit in the grand scheme of things, except it sets us back. But it did give us more time in this house. I showed the landlord this picture and said, hey, I'm making this up. So, he might have been more quick to try to kick us out. It bought us some time. You were welcome. That's why I didn't walk anywhere, because I said I can't walk, and it's ice and snow on the ground. It's better off staying in this car than trying to expose myself to the elementis. The elementis. Maybe I'll do a little video. Maybe I won't. Guess one more time. But doing videos is time consuming. We actually move to this house and yeah, it was either make a left, a slight left, like I should have done, but the car didn't turn. The wheels. It was either the curve or the tree. The car kept going straight. So that's. Okay, we're back to this. A compliment. Okay. I'm a spurg. I sometimes misunderstand insults and compliments. I'm not an asshole. No, I'll admit I can be an asshole sometimes. You're not an asshole. Asshole implies none of these issues fixable. I don't think that's true. I think an asshole can choose to be an asshole. No, I think an asshole can still choose. Like sometimes people know they're being assholes, but they like doing it anyway. Which means it is fixable, but they're choosing not to fix it. So I don't understand. I'm not going to say you're right or wrong. I just don't quite understand, Horse. Can you elaborate? I'm not quite. You understand what he's saying, or I'm not quite following. You're saying I'm fucked up, but I'm not an asshole because an asshole couldn't change these things. I can change. Well, if I can change them, I'm just choosing to do it. That is what assholes deliberately say. Fucking this guy. Like assholes are often deliberate in their assholishness. They know they're being assholes and they enjoy it. I don't understand. I don't.
Assholes are aware they can change. You, for some reason, claim you can't change.
I drive really slow in the ultra fast lane while people behind me are going insane. I'm an asshole. He's an asshole. I'm an asshole. I use public toilets and I piss on the seat. I walk around in the summertime saying, how about this seat? I'm an asshole. He's an asshole. He's an asshole.
I like to park in handicapped spaces.
While handicapped people make handicapped faces. I'm an asshole.
He's an asshole.
Some good music coming out tonight.
Yes.
It's part of the reason why I stream. It gets me into singy, songy mood. No, my life did not flash before my eyes. I remember thinking, this isn't how I'm going out. Fuck this. It's weird. It's bad, but this isn't how I'm going out. No, that didn't happen. No, Laffy, I am a spurg. Complex PTSD spurg, who now calls himself Flying Solo 12. He was diagnosed and they took it away from him. You're confusing. No, I am a spurg. Apparently, complex PTSD spurg, aka Flying Solo 12, is not a spurg. So he says. You're confusing me. You got to pay attention.
He's a decommissioned spurg.
Decommissioned spurg. He being PTSD spurg, not me. I'd be clear for these people are retards. You can spell it out 1,000 times. They still don't listen. It was more like, for all the shit I've gone through, this isn't what's going to take me down. That's what it felt like. I've been through like such crazy shit. It's not going to be a fucking, ice, into a tree bullshit. Okay, Horsehead is still working on the definition of the word asshole. To him, it means something inherently unlikable on top of choosing shitty behavior. Well, it could be used in a generic, general way. There are different types of assholes, I'm sure. But if someone is truly insane, like they can't handle it, like I don't think they're assholes. I think that person's crazy. They should be lobotomized and put away. But I wouldn't call them asshole. I think asshole implies that there is some control, or maybe who they are isn't very agreeable. But if someone is truly nuts, they're fucked up. They should be removed from society. But I wouldn't call them an asshole if they're that mentally gone that they really have no control over their fucked up behavior. Sandra says, I know you don't like that it's not perfectly comprehensive, but I have been adding songs from stream for the last 20 to 30-ish minutes. Well, that's nice, Cassandra. I kind of, at one point, she abandoned her list, and I said, oh, what happened to the list? And she was like,
the list has been reinvigorated now.
The list is what it is. It's funny, the list. I've actually sung more songs than I plan to, and it's all you guys. You say something, and I think of how many. I'm not going to go through them all. I've sung more songs than I plan to, all based on things they say that makes me think of us.
Thus the reinvigoration of said list.
Yes, yes. There we go.
It all feeds back in.
Well, you would have to ask him that. Maybe he's tired of labels. That's why he's just flying solo. Yeah, you can ask him. Not going much. Are you getting tired? It's 9 o'clock. Maybe we'll do AT. We got some. Okay, let's get nicer. Maybe we'll have AT. I'm glad we did this. We can't keep doing these off nights. We gotta.
Yes.
I want to make those English muffin pizzas. I'll probably do it tomorrow now.
Yeah.
But we got some food. We got some sandwiches, and so we're good. We're good.
Yes.
Laffy asks, "Do we like pumpkin spice latte?" Well, two things. One, you can only get that at a certain time of the year, and this isn't the time of the year for that. Two, not really. I don't drink coffee. I'm not really a coffee drinker, and I don't drink hot tea. I drink a lot of cold tea. I drink a lot of beer. I don't drink hot coffees or hot teas. You're a coffee guy, but you basically just make your. I can tell you.
Yeah, with respects to coffee, I just like it with a little cream, a little sweetener.
He just
every now and then I'll get like a French vanilla flavoring, but
I like a French vanilla. I also like what's like a hot chocolate. But no, I don't drink coffee, and he. You haven't made coffee for a while. He'll just brew up his own coffee, just grind, and he'll just maybe add cream and sugar, or not really.
Nah, sweet and low.
Milk and sweet and low. Milk and sweet and low, don't really drink. We don't go to get these fancy. Although you did we haven't had in a while. You like those iced coffees? Remember?
I did, yes.
Yeah, yes. They came in a little. You can buy them in a grocery.
Oh yeah,
I like them too. They're kind of milky and they're kind of sweet. I like them, but they're very expensive. The little bottle is like $4.
Yeah, $4. Yeah.
So I like the cold. Was that not milk? What's it called? Iced coffee. I like the ice. But no, I don't drink. I'm not really a coffee drinker. Period. Let alone some fancy flavor that's only available a certain time of the year. No,
October, November, whatever.
Regarding the grill stream, we also include appetizers such as Dino Nuggies. Well, we actually made Dino Nuggies a week or two ago, didn't we? But that was I wouldn't put those on a grill. We made those in the oven. I wouldn't do nuggets on a grill. Fries. Yeah, see, a lot of those things. We actually had some tater tots. Though Dino Nuggies and fries and tater tots are more oven. You really can't put them on a grill.
No.
They fall. They don't cook right. They cook unevenly. Some burn. Some don't get cooked. They fall through the grill. I wouldn't put things that small on a grill. What brand of what do you usually store brand, or you get like
I think Folgers?
Folgers,
or chock full of nuts on occasion, whichever's on sale.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Folgers. Now, Cassandra says she loves La Colombe canned iced coffee. Is La Colombe? Are they the manufacturers? Yeah, it's very expensive. You get a lot of money for it's good, but it's like this little thing.
Yeah, I know.
They're
all that way.
They're all that way.
Which brand you go with?
So I do like iced coffee, but it's too expensive. I don't really drink hot coffee. He does. We just crap you make in the kitchen. Yes. No fancy flavors or anything. No. Okay. Have we sellers to say?
Don't know.
Well, I think I've had Starbucks brand. I'm sure there are other brands. Have you ever heard of that one, El Colombe?
It does sound somewhat familiar.
But I haven't had iced coffee in a long time because it's too expensive.
Yes.
Not worth it for the. It's I like it, but it's not worth the bang for the buck.
Correct.
All right. Anyway, like I was saying before, I'm going next week. I'm going to start 3 physical therapies a week. Try to speed up the process. And the podiatrist that this bitch sent me to told me it might be, in addition to the subtalar fusion, there might be some other like pinched nerve that's affecting everything, and the lower extremities. And so I need to find a neurologist to do some kind of, not X-ray or MRI, but some other kind of imaging. And I might have to get another surgery, but that is going to take a while regardless. We don't have time for surgery right now. We got to test my stamina.
Yes,
We're going to start emptying this house out. We got to rent that unit. Yeah, so we got
yes.
June cannot be Jejune.
No.
It's going to be hard doing this 3 times a week and trying to do all this shit, but we're going to make it happen.
Yes,
Maybe I'll stream and you guys can give me your good vibes, or maybe I'll see you in July. I don't know. I would like to, before we go to this house, I would like to do at least one grill stream because
that would be nice,
for posterity's sake. You know what I mean? Julie likes cold brew. Yeah, you can get cups of cold brew, and
both Julie and Cassandra live in the Southwest where it's hotter most of the time.
Yes,
and I only really get the iced coffees when it's really hot.
Maybe we'll buy some iced coffees while we're grilling. Just say before we have a beer, we'll drink the iced coffee and we'll switch to beer. Maybe we'll do that if we grill. In addition to steaks and good see, we're getting suggestions. Someone mentioned tomahawk pork chops, Lennon. And now Thule and Cassandra are saying iced coffee. Maybe we'll get iced coffee, but they go down quickly and they're not really
exactly. That's another thing. They're a little pricey. You don't get much, and it's gone before you really get to enjoy it.
Thule is saying that sometimes the barista draws a little star on his cup next to his name should he cold brew push. Well, first, does she do this for anybody else or just for you? Is it just on the on the cup, or does she actually open it up and mix the ice in a special design? I think you should go for it. She wants you to approach. She's begging for it.
Well, it is a woman, right? Oh, yes, there we go.
Okay. So, yes, go for it. She's in love with you. What else could it be? She wants you to jump her bones. Knew a guy in England with a similar question. Now he's happily married. They got a baby on the way. And, I actually feel bad for him because even though they're now married, he's got another barista girl, drawing,
the same thing.
Taking ketchup and making smiley faces in his scrambled eggs or his bangers and mash or whatever. So, man, be careful. You get one, you might start getting others. So they're hard to manage. You reorganized your records, Thule. You got to reorganize your women after you. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. You remind me of that guy. I forget what his name is. You guys do seem similar. You're like kindred spirits.
You get along very well.
Exactly. Cassandra Thule never said it was a woman, to be frank. But yeah, it could be a guy, and we're not here to judge. Thule, go for it. Either way, go for it. Should I say, I'll tell Thule, you go, girl. He'll be your. Whatever it is, go for it. Yeah, I think he's trying to say she presents as female. She might not be biological. Whatever it is, we're not here to judge. If that's Thule, we're not here to judge. If you get down to business and you find
Something extra.
There's always a bussy on the back. I know another dude in Australia can tell you all about that. So you're good. Either way, Thule, you're good. You're getting the happy faces, and you can work the bussy. You've got plenty of role models here. You don't need my help. You don't need my help. You got plenty of role models if you need some advice. Maybe I should get a job as a barista. No, I couldn't stand in one place looking at every fucking... Something would go wrong. Even if I tried to be nice, someone wouldn't like me. This guy didn't honor my coupon. You're supposed to get 20 cents off. Oh, man.
I wanted almond milk. You gave me oatmeal milk. What the hell is this?
Ma'am, I'm sorry. That coupon expired 9 months ago. I want to talk to you, manager. Thule is not a fraud. He's a nice guy, Laffy. Stop making fun of Thule.
Stop trying to start something.
Yes. Laffy. Or Afterman, you didn't answer our question. You had 2 freelance jobs. You lost 1. Don't you still have your second job? Can't you get another freelance job? If not, you're going to go back to being a barista? I mean, you didn't answer our question. You got oddly mum. We were showing an interest.
When you make stores and lattes, does it mean anything?
Yeah, okay.
Or do you have a store making quota?
Rafterman, are you just a nice guy? Or you would only give Thule a star if he really meant something special to you? See, Thule, you got plenty of role models to ask these questions. We got a community here to answer your questions. Well, yeah, they got plenty of people doing this work in India, and they got plenty of Indians they imported here to simultaneously do this work.
Yeah.
So you might have to get a job pumping gas or flipping burgers or overnight stocking shelves. Yes, Thule. Or Rafton, wherever you are. Well, Thule does work in a grocery store. Exactly. All 3 of us will be sharing all 4 of us will be sharing our grocery stories soon, Rafterman. That tongue twister.
Grocery store club.
Yes. Team Supermarket. We're the supermarkets. We'll start a little band. I'll get my guitar. Till we get his bass. You're gonna go get those. What are those things? Those sticks. Me Banks remembered from our childhood. We can be the supermarkets. Actually, yeah. Rafterman will play lead guitar. I'll play rhythm guitar. Thule plays bass. I guess you can be the singer, and you can be like, "Come on down to the supermarket, market. We don't care where. Just come here and park it. Park it. Supermarket. Team Supermarket." I've written our first hit single. You're welcome. We'll all become millionaires. They'll play that song in the supermarket and we'll get royalties. Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, so there, we're all set for life now. Whoa, Rafterman. Wait. It's okay. I'm sorry to hear that. What is your plan? I mean, if you're that desperate, why not just get some shit job, even if it's albeit temporary? I understand. Why not say, fuck it? I say, hey, listen, can I be a cashier for a few days or whatever? I mean, just to have some supplemental income. If it's that bad, you're sitting around all day not working? What a loser. He's sitting around all day, probably living off one of family members' money. Yeah. Who does this loser think he is? At the supermarket.
Thule gets it.
It'd be like a bunch of superheroes. I'll be like, grocery, and you'll be like, prepared foods, and Thule will be like,
produce.
No, meat turned produce, and Rafton will be like, cashier or cart getter, greeter. No, but see, desperate times, man. You can kind of set your own hours in a way, so you can work from home, and you can just set aside time. I gotta go to the supermarket now, or wherever. I mean, yeah. We can't always.
Maybe you could downsize to a studio apartment.
I do have a knack for improv songwriting. Well, I guess the more real songs you sing, the more natural it comes to throw some shit song together. Yeah. So. Well, then Rafterman says Trader Joe's would be cool to work at. I expect you can apply online. You're working from home. You got your computer at home. Plus, you still have the other job because you said you do still have the secondary job. What was your job again? Freelancing? You can do a brick and mortar job and then come home and do your secondary job. I mean, if you can't get 2 online jobs, you might have to find an outside job. Baltimore City is lovely. Camden Yards, the aquarium, the harbor. Oh yes, Boston, not Boston. I was thinking Boston Harbor, same thing. Baltimore, same thing. I mean, Baltimore, yeah, the Camden Yards where the Orioles play, and the aquarium is there, and there's that harbor and the ships, and oh yes, Baltimore is beautiful. Maybe you can get a job helping on construction, rebuilding of the Key Bridge. Yeah, there's plenty of work in Baltimore. You should be living in downtown Baltimore. Yes. Rafter Man, it's coming down to the wire. It's coming down to the wire. Yes. But it's coming down the wire for us. Hence, June, the month of June, cannot not be Jejune for us. Jejune. I say Jejune. You say Jejune?
Jejune. Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't matter. It cannot be Jejune. That's easy. You say, having a nice day. Do you think this shirt makes me look fat? There, I gave him just 2 questions. Ask that, and you're good. Whoa. Rafterman. Supermarkets are, no joke. I am a grocer. He's a food preparer. Thule works in produce. I don't think you're ready yet. You got to start off either cashier or out in the parking lot getting carts. I don't think you're ready for stocking shelves or cutting up fish or putting out apples and peppers. Or you're definitely not food prep ready. I think you got to take baby steps. You got to start out cashier or a cart getter or something. Maybe work your way up to customer service. Well, that's the one thing I would never do. Like if I were a grocer and they said, we're putting you in dairy or frozen or wherever, or produce, I'd say, fine. If they said, we're putting you in cashier, I'd say, go fuck yourself. I quit. But again, I'm not trying to discourage. I shouldn't say it. I think Rafterman needs to ease his way in. It's working in the supermarket isn't for the faint of heart. Exactly. See that? Look at that. 80% of Trader Joe's workers are alt in some way. So it would be the perfect place for Rafterman. See, Cassandra is basically telling you, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, your kind would do very well at a Trader Joe's. So, Rafterman, I think it's time. You need a job. Trader Joe's, cashier or cart getter. And because you're alt, you should be, shooing. Thule, no offense. I can see why they moved you from meat to produce. Leave it to the experts here. I've already given Rafterman advice. That's great, but we're not going down memory lane. We're talking about the here and now. They're alt. Let's just leave it at that, Rafterman. They're alt. Well, this turned around. At least we're getting some interesting people. Interesting-ish.
Yes.
I mean, yes, we can't always have the deal for real and Pony Bash Boy all the time. So sometimes we have to settle for other folk, but it's good to talk to. Yeah,
it is.
Where the hell is? Well, never mind. There's one guy. Let's see. It's 9:15 p.m. here. It's 11:15 where he is. We're not going to name names.
Shouldn't he be on a lunch break soon?
Shouldn't he be listening? As he's,
perhaps he is. As
he's, skating at that park, What's he doing? Okay. All right, where are we? We're going to wind this down soon. There's nothing else to say. I just don't know why this is jumping. Okay, good. Now it's gotten silent. We'll wind this down the next time. The only thing I'm thinking of is before we go, do we finish our beer? Do we have one tea? I mean, it'll fuck you up, but one. Well, One and a half. We'll split 1.5. We each have one. We'll split a half. Or is that going to fuck us up too bad? It's still. I'm worried about you. You got to go.
Maybe you can.
Or I'll take what you can't finish. You're getting tired, or
yeah, I'm kind of getting more and more tired, but I'm still awake. I'm still here.
No, we can end it. It's always like I'm like, okay, I want to pour another beer. So do I stay on, or do I finish the beer, end it, then pour the other beer? Or because once I pour a beer, I won't get off. So it's either I end and pour, or I pour and end. I'm not gonna,
We'll do a tea.
Let's see how we feel.
Yes.
Or not, because now I'm running out of things to say.
Yeah, I know.
I think June cannot be Jejune. I pronounce it Jejune. Is it Jejune? I would say Jejune.
It's a loan word
from French, right? It's not the point. The point I'm trying to. We can't waste this fucking month like I've wasted every fucking month of my life.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny if you got a vegan who has to work in the meat department? That'd be pretty funny. I wouldn't be surprised at Trader Joe's. I would not be fucking surprised. Yeah, I go to Trader Joe's. Hey, what's a good steak, man? I'm doing a grill stream. You can watch. I want something nice and juicy and bloody. I don't know. I'm a vegan. Yeah, but you're working in the fucking meat department. Yeah, but I don't eat meat. It's disgusting. I wouldn't be surprised at Trader Joe's. I wouldn't be opposed to working one, but there's none immediately around. There's some, you got to go travel for a Trader Joe's, but there's none immediately around us, I don't think. Or maybe there is, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
One might be being built, but... Yeah.
I tried to apply to Wegmans once, and they're like, oh, because these are non-union. The Wegmans is like, oh, we have a hiring freeze. Fine. Yeah, I think there might be, who knows. There's none immediately. So I have to work at these god-awful union stores, which it's not the union that bothers me. It's because they can't fire you right out. They play these games with, other types of alts, like Spurgs like me. I want to tell my stories, and I will, I promise. Where was I? Dude, I don't even know my 10-day plan. What's our 10-year plan?
Yeah.
Costco.
I've heard that too.
Do they have food prep at Costco?
Yes, they do.
There's one not too far from, Woo. What about you, Rafterman? You're giving him job advice? Well, I want to work from home, but I lost my job. I can't work in a grocery store, but I
think what he wants me to work at Costco while he lives and doesn't work with me. He wants to replace you.
Okay. Now, wait a minute. Didn't I have a problem? What was the one I always had a problem? Was it Chuck Steaks? There was one, like, you can cook that and cut it up and put it, like, like some kind of mix. There was one I said, please stop buying these. Was they Chuck Steaks, or was the other one I didn't like?
There are several types of steak that have Chuck.
I remember one day you came home with a bunch of, like, you thought you were doing me a favor. I'm like, oh, God. He thought, oh, my brother will be happy. I got all these Chucks. I'm like, I fucking hate you, please. I remember that.
He praised the Chuck steak.
No, I never praised the Chuck
steak.
Steak.
That's why I did that.
He thought he was doing it. Oh, a steak is a steak. He didn't know. He doesn't understand cuts of steak.
No.
He should never work in the meat department, Mr. Food Prep.
He praised the Chuck Steak, so I got him some.
I remember we had a couple Chuck Steaks. They weren't that great. I said, okay. He comes home with like 10 Chuck Steaks. I'm like, what are you fucking nuts? And I ended up, I at some point, I was playing first. I lost. I said, fuck this shit. I dumped them. I'm like, why'd you buy? Don't ever buy Chuck Steaks. Don't ever do that again. He felt so embarrassed that he has to invent a story. You praised them. Yeah, I praised Chuck Steaks. Okay. When I saw 10, I'm like, what are you doing? I fucking hate these things. When did I ever praise a Chuck Steak? Bullshit. My brother learned to adapt by telling lies and not rocking boats.
No.
Yeah, Chuck Steaks, they got that nasty taste to them. Yeah, I agree, Thule. See, Thule belongs in meat. You should, well, he's in produce now. You should stay just flipping burgers, but not actually like handling meat.
Buddy.
Don't bring the food. You can prepare, but don't present.
Buddy.
Yes, that's what I was saying. A Chuck Steak would be good. Like, you mix into something, a stew or one of those, what do you call it? Like pasta and yeah, if you like a pasta meat thing or like a stew or something. Yeah, it's good to cut up and mix. It's not good as a standalone steak. And when I'm like, oh God help me. Correct. Thank you. And yeah, he didn't know that. He felt embarrassed. And I never praised Chuck Steaks. We had a couple ones. We tried to cook a couple regular. They were disgusting, but I said, all right, I'll never just give. He brought home a whole shit ton. I'm like, I can understand one or two. I'm like, oh, fucking God, please.
You praised them. And then
Yes, I praised the Chuck Steak. Yes, me. Okay. They know you're lying. I know you're embarrassed. It's okay.
Why would I have done that? I did that because
you didn't know the difference. You thought a Chuck steak was like any other steak. You said,
no.
He put 2 Chuck sticks in the grill. I know these are on sale. He'll be happy that I brought him 10 of them. I'm like, no, God, no. You observed and got the wrong observation.
No, buddy.
Yes, Chuck Eye. Maybe a Chuck Eye. Chuck Eye.
Yes.
This is why we stream. Totally, you should be back in meat.
Exactly. I think he misses it.
Although you know your meat well. God help me for saying it. God help me for saying this. I love you, Spix. Spix do better in produce. Seems like the produce department's always, I hate to say it, and they do a great job. Maybe unless they put you over there because they're racist. But you look like you belong in produce, but you know your meats. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Chuck Eye. Chuck Eye, yeah. Oh, Flying Solo, you disappeared. You were complex PTSD Spurg. The same institution that told you were Spurg now took away your Spurg die. But do you still have enough other things to apply? Forget the Spurg. With your other shit, can't you, like your ADHD and your PTSD, can't you still apply for Neat Bucks?
Without the Spurg, it is nothing.
Cassandra says a better way to handle and treat Bro C would be to say, I really appreciate you trying to make me happy and getting Chuck steaks, but to be honest, I really hate them.
Should have told me that sooner.
If they're on sale, or we plan on making a stew, they're good, but don't go out of your way to buy more of them. What do you mean? What do you mean? What's that? That is actually true, dude. I've been working the grocery circuit for 20 years, man. Of course it's true. I always tell the truth. I may be an asshole, but I tell the truth. Produce is filled with Spix. You look like you belong to produce. I never praised fucking Chuck steaks, and I tried to be polite, and I finally lost and said, "Fuck this shit. Don't ever buy this." Yes, all this is true. And yes, I'm an asshole, but my family will deflect their own problems by making it all about me. All this is true. This is reality. Flying Solo. I could still go for Neat Bucks later. PTSD avoidant. I thought you said she didn't give you avoider. I thought avoidant. PTSD avoidant. PTSD twice. PTSD ADHD. I thought you said she didn't give you avoidant, but she could have. Maybe I got that wrong. Still going to work some, then burn out at 100,000. How do you even make that much? It's all like stock trading. What's he talking about?
I don't know.
How are we doing, Bill? Is it time for A tier? You don't want to do T. If you don't want to do T, you just say
Let's do A tier.
Well, I'll get A. I'll get 2. You got a T. Where's your teacup?
I'll go get one.
Okay, then you'll get the teas. I can get them. Get it. I'm like, if you want to get, I don't know where your cup is. I got a teacup. See, I got 2 cups. See, I come. Sometimes these get stuck together. I got a teacup underneath. Unless you want to just do another beer and call. What are you up for? Beer? You think the tea is gonna fuck you up? Get 3 teas. Whatever you can't finish, I'll take. Get 3, and then we'll probably call it. Like, well, it wasn't fake. I'm being honest. Maybe I should have said that, but that's effectively what I was feeling. And maybe if I said that earlier, instead of trying to be polite and fake it and act like, oh, good job, Chuck steaks. What if I hadn't tried to fake it? Had I been more honest, maybe it would have come out that way. Now, I understand this. I went through 3 hairstyles in 1 year. I get a haircut, I let the hair grow, and then I cut it again. What are these different hairstyles? Also, I'm getting complex. She can give me avoidant. Okay, then why didn't she? What do you mean she can give it to you? She say to you, oh, you might have avoidant. I won't put it down for now, but I could. I'd say put it down. I don't understand why she could give it to you. I don't understand that. How do you know she could give it to you? If she could give it to you, then why didn't she? Did she actually say, I can give you avoidant, but I don't want to? I'm trying to understand. Trying to understand what you're saying here. Should we take one more? Or is that good for now? I was do 1.5 for still a little beer left.
It's not going to really fit. Just do
whatever you can't finish, I'll take. There we go. And I'll pour my sauce. Oh, they can't see it. I don't understand when she could give me avoidant, then she should say, give me everything I can get. Everything I have, put it on the fucking list. That's what I would be saying. I'm really confused. I think you got to find a neurologist or, I'm sorry, not, I need a neurologist for my nerve, a neuropsychologist. Or maybe if you get lucky, an actual psych or psychologist who could be you really need a one of these standalone diagnoses, not some fucking OD. I think that's where you're going wrong. I really do. I don't know how it works. Maybe with your insurance, whatever you have, or your parents. I don't know what's going on, but I don't blame you for going to the place. But maybe you should go somewhere else and try to get like a real, not some fucking institute that tries to heal people or whatever the fuck. I feel you should see someone who does standalone diagnoses, isn't part of some greater, I'm an OD. I think it's a mistake. He thought he did well. He didn't know the difference. He just thought, oh, these are on sale and steak is as good as any. He'll be happy I brought him steak. So I don't want to hurt his feelings. I'm like, oh God, Chuck steak. This isn't girl friendly shit. Tully said it. I'm like, oh my God. But I don't want to hurt his feelings. And then we were going to grill, and that's all we had. I lied. I said, why did you get fucking 1,000 chuck steaks? Fuck this shit. And that's when he got upset. You praise chuck steaks. No, I never praise chuck. Chuck steaks are exactly what Tully said. My brother didn't understand that. He thought a steak is usually, my brother prepares food. He does a good job. He's not good at actually the provisions. So I'm like, don't buy steaks. You meant well. Don't buy it. I mean, it's great if like a ribeye is on sale or some the ribeye and sometimes T-bones, But if you're not sure, don't buy 10. Anyway. No, I still don't get it. You met the criteria. Then okay. I'm confused. Flying Solo went to this OD place. Okay. They took away his Spurg diagnosis. Different person, same institute. She could have given me avoidant, then she should have. I met the criteria, then she should put down fucking avoidant. I'm still don't get it. If you met the criteria, put it down. Why didn't she put it down? Did I miss something? She can give you avoidant, then she should. You have major depression, PTSD, and ADHD. Okay. Depression, PTSD, ADHD. They took away the Spurg. Okay. She said I met the criteria for avoidant, but wanted to try meds. I would say this. I would say, listen, bitch, politely. I wouldn't say this literally. Cassandra can translate this. I would say, bitch, if I meet the criteria, why don't we put it down now? And in like 6 months, we can reassess and you could take it away. Just like you took away my autism, you can take away avoidant if, the meds help. But for now, for this moment in time, since I meet the criteria, you should fucking put it down. You could always remove it later since you're so good at removing things. And yeah, I'm a sarcastic asshole, but it's you took away my Asperger's. Well, please put down avoidant because right now, snapshot in time, I'm an avoidant. Put it down. I meet the criteria. That's what I still don't fucking get.
If she wants to give you meds for it, why not put
it
down?
But this speaks to the problem of this place. It seems like some one of these futuristic, fancy, rich clinics where we're here to heal you, soul, body, and mind. We gave you this, but we can heal your autism. We can heal your avoidance. And that's what this sounds like, which is why I would not trust these people. For either way, maybe they're right. Maybe you're not a Spurg. Maybe they're wrong. Whether you are or you aren't, these are not the people to be making that decision either way. I wouldn't trust them. So whether you're a Spurg or not, whether you're avoidant or not, whether you're a PTSD, whatever you are or aren't, I wouldn't trust these people either way. I would say, I got to find a neuropsych. Fuck these people. Because who the fuck knows? These people, my gut is telling me you're in a very bad facility. Very bad. I don't care how ritzy it is. It sounds like some weird new agey.
Prayer and meditation will fix all of your problems.
I'm sure they might be official medical people on paper, but this sounds a little too woo-woo. I'm sure it's a very nice place, but to me, this place sounds like it's some honestly, maybe I'm wrong. The way you describe it, I would run. Even if they said to me, you're clearly a Spurg. We believe you're a Spurg. I'd say thanks, but I still want to hear it from someone else. Get the fuck out. This sounds like the Jehovah's Witnesses of the Church of Modern Medicine. It sounds too, I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help you here. I'm 20 plus years older than you. This place sounds too fucking woo-woo-y. Regardless. So I wouldn't trust their opinion either way. Well, my OD said I'm a Spurg. Oh. My OD says I'm not a Spurg. Either way, I wouldn't trust an O fucking D. From what I even know what an OD was until Dio. Whatever. Okay, Dio. Thinking over. I feel like I've overdosed on. No offense. This place sounds fucked. Just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Everything you're telling me, my gut is telling me. Maybe I don't have enough information. Maybe I don't. Just when I'm looking, I'm like, this is. They gave you autism. They took it away. Okay. They could give you avoidant, but chose not to. I'd say, why not? Give it to me now. And if I heal my avoidance in the future, you can take it away. Why not put it down for now? Nothing makes sense. It looked like this bitch was more interested in deleting things, crossing things off a list. You're not a Spurg anymore. Maybe you could be avoidant, but let's not put it down. I would immediately say, you're here to diagnose me. Why aren't you putting down what you think I have? Instead of worrying, you're deleting one thing. My autism is cured or misdiagnosis. Now you're not adding something despite the criteria. I would be like, hey, if I meet the criteria, put it down. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm just sharing. It's not even upset with you, Complex. It's just I would be more like, whoa, you're here to diagnose me. You're saying I'm not a Spurg. Okay. I guess I can't fight you on that. But if you think I'm an avoidant, put it down. If I'm healed, if I'm miraculously no longer avoidant in 6 months, you can take it off then. Which you're good at. I would have a very different approach to this. I'd be like, whoa. That's why people hate me, because I'm very like, whoa. I would call it the bullshit. They're clearly playing some bullshit game here. She's still talking about chuck steaks. Are we behind in chat? If I were to translate it. Since you're so good at removing things. Okay. I've really lost track. I have no fucking idea. I don't watch him. I'm not subscribed to him. Go watch him if you want to. Waffles with Moonshine asks, would Brosi switch places, life roles with you? I can ask you. You'd have to ask him.
No, I would not.
This is a good question.
No, I would not.
The answer is no. I'm a drain. I'm an anchor. He wouldn't want to actually be me. No. I don't want to be me. Yeah, let's up a little team we'll call because we're winding down.
Yes.
This was I'm glad we did. It was okay. Yes. I'll give you the one. If you can't finish, I'll take it. This, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
It goes down easy. You don't think you're drunk. Because it doesn't hit you like beer does. All of a sudden, you drink it down. Oh, I can finish it. Maybe a little more. Next thing you know, holy shit. It really hits. It goes down easy. Unlike beer, with beer, you know you're getting progressively drunker. With this tea, you can drink 2-3 cups, feel fine. And all of a sudden, oh shit, it catches up. And now I'm like, I went from being totally sober to I'm super drunk just like that. Yes. It hits you all at once. Yes, yeah. But we haven't done this in a while. We're going to do it for a while.
I know, yes.
I wasn't trying to be nasty with PTSD Spurg. I was trying to express my concern at what he's telling me. My first, forget about what you are or you aren't. The way they're operating, these ODs, the way they're operating seems very fucked up to me. It just, something striking is very wrong here. And I'm Spurg. I might not always be able to read things. When it comes to this, like fucked up institutions, something sounds really fucked. Forget about what you are or aren't. The way their procedure just seems so... It seems fucked up to me. Read it again. She could give me avoidance, but she chose not to. You shouldn't, instead of getting nasty with me, you should be saying, she could have given me avoidant. Why didn't she? If she could give me autism and take it away, why can't she give me avoidant for now and take? Well, you're not be even if you're not avoidant in 6 months, you have it for now. I would. I don't. Hope that kid's still listening because that's I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm trying to for your own good. I'm like, something's not right. This OD clinic sounds fucked up beyond belief. That's my opinion. It sounds no one else is. It sounds really fucked up. Okay. 2 hour marks. There, we're winding down. Sip some tea. Yes. We don't have to finish the tea. We can just end it. 2 hours is good. We were gonna do it for an hour and change, and we've taken the drug. We've done our part. But yeah, this fucking house, man. Yes. We should empty out the basement, get the upstairs, other than your room, taken out. I might have to rent a van. Yeah. We got to test my stamina. We don't want my stamina. I might be able to go down the stairs backwards. Even if I can, we'll move 2 or 3 pieces. Exactly. We don't know yet. I've made things. It was always hard. My accident made things super hard. Yes. We're living life on extreme difficulty mode here.
Yes.
Extreme hard mode. We're not showing this here. By the way, did anyone think? As I said, Mary Stewart. Anyone think this? I thought this is who the therapy girl reminds me of. Maybe I'm off base. You kind of see it.
I kind of see it.
I just want to share pictures of my recent life with the car crash and the physical therapy, which I'm going to keep doing 3 times a week. And betwixt all this, I go to the ortho clinic on Thursday. Betwixt all this, try to start moving out of this house. But I think we have somewhat of a plan because we spoke to a woman. We spoke to a woman who looked like, I don't know, a female version of this dude. Lerner, his name is. He's dead now, but she looked just like him. Glasses, like a female version. But she showed us the unit. And you have a better idea what this unit is.
Yes,
you think we can get by with a 10x20?
I believe so.
We're gonna make it work. We think. Yes. We think. Me thinks. There we go. All right. Anyone else have other shit to say? Anyone? Hold on. Is everyone like asleep? What happened? We were having a good momentum, and then everyone goes bye-bye.
They had too many twisted teas passed out.
Anyone who says, "Okay, we're not streaming," why bother? I stream. It's like, why bother? So enjoy this while it lasts. Maybe we'll stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll stream until July. I don't know. Like, I didn't stream for like a couple weeks because I just feel like it. And if we're gonna be doing shit, I'm not gonna worry about this crap. But unless I do want to do a grill stream. If not, if we're still. I would just forget them for our own sake, for our own posterity. On the phone, do a grill stream because we might be. I forget this. I want to grill before we leave this house while we still have the ability to grill. So I would like to, and if we do grill, I'll stream it. Streaming is no big deal. Basically the grill comes first, the stream is secondary. But if I'm grilling, I might as well stream. I want to grill before we leave this house. The charcoal is buried. Our current 10x10 units. We got to move stuff around. All that charcoal I got on the cheap at the end of last season, it's fucking buried. We got one thing of charcoal here, but it was outside all winter, so I forgot, rained on or snowed on.
Yeah,
so I wish I can't. I got all this. It's like a joke. All this charcoal, I bought it cheap, like $1 a bag. It was the pharmacy was dumping it. I can't get to it because it's buried under shit.
In the corner, yeah.
God. And the bitch who looks like a female version of she was like, I always tell people, don't put stuff against the walls. Leave a little tiny corridor. I said, okay, because maybe we'll do one wall. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll leave a corridor so we can access shit. You know what I mean? So yes. Cassandra says she's heard that. I've never heard of a DO. I've never heard of one before, but Cassandra has heard that so I've never heard of them, but she's heard that DOs are pretty medically respected.
Well, Doggo or fake Doggo did too.
Hold on. It might just be his specific place, No, I don't know. I don't know what a DO is, but okay. What did Doggo say? Whoever this is. Yeah, we looked this up. I'm not saying it's not medically legit, but for what it is, it's like the physics lab at a college. The physics department might have a legitimate metaphysics department, but metaphysics it's legit, but we're getting into woo-woo. That's what this sounds like. I'm not saying it's a chiropractor or like a faith healer. I'm not saying that, but as far as legitimate medicine goes, this is like the most out there legit. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like we're bordering real medicine versus leeches and witch doctors. That's what it sounds like to me. And crystals, yeah, that's what it sounds like. Do some blood. That's what it sounds like to me. I have my criticisms of the actual medicine, medical world, the Church of Modern Medicine. But even among them, this starts. We're getting into we're getting into woo territory. To me, it's what it sounds like. I'd say if I'm avoidant, fine, put that down. And if after the meds I stop being avoidant, you can take it off. What's the big deal? You can reassess me. Take it off later. It's like you took off my spur. I would say it sounds like they're just trying to delete. It sounds like they want to say he came to us once upon a time. He was a spurg. He's a spurg no more. And he was avoidant, but we didn't put it down. And now he's not avoidant anymore. We healed. That's what this sounds like. And hey, if they really healed you of those things, then great. There should be a DO on every street corner. But it sounds like this is like on paper bullshit. I've never deleted a stream or video. I've gotten several warnings. I had the one video which I loved, maybe I'll upload on an alternate account. It got a strike. It was taken down. I had a couple streams. They wouldn't even tell me it was wrong. So there were a couple streams in that one video with that crazy black lady who accused me of following around the store. YouTube took them down. I don't think I've ever taken down. I don't think I can recall. I don't think I've ever taken down a stream. I don't believe so. But I've had YouTube. Like there were a couple streams at YouTube. They privated them because the one video with that lady, it actually gave me a strike and said, I forget what it said, but you can't. The community. It said some bullshit. So I've had several videos and streams removed for me by force. I myself have never, to my knowledge, taken one down. Why? Do you want me to take one down? Is there some stream you said something in that you regret? No, I've always said I don't like nuking my channel or private. I leave it all up. I always tell people, go back and watch. Everything's there for you to see. If something went bye-bye, it's because YouTube made it go bye-bye. I don't take, And I was accused once of deleting comments. I don't delete anyone's comment. If YouTube deletes your comment, it's no, I've never removed anything, but I've had things removed, comments and videos and streams removed. It's been a while, but it's happened. But I never my choice. For good, bad qualities. Well, it's actually kind of hard to answer. I was in an accident. It's nice to have someone to lean on, and vice versa. I think because I was the one who took charge with my father because I was the oldest. I have things I can do medically and paperwork wise, like when I want to get you ENT for your nose and shit that you probably want to do. I got you that something with your insurance for your car. I sort of go into paperwork mode. What are his good qualities? Well, he's letting me live here. I owe my existence to his generosity. Bad qualities. Allegedly, I can be an asshole. His bad qualities, well, let's see. Occasionally, he'll do silly things. And when I say, brother, that was silly, he'll be like, you wanted me to do it. I'm like, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. You praised it. That's right. You can answer the question.
His good qualities.
That's a very hard question, isn't
it? He will cook dinner or he'll grill something up. I mean, that's very good. There's the bureaucratic help he brings forth. His bad qualities is he loves to re-edit history and make up stories, so he's always the victim, and he's always being wronged, and he's never at fault. That gets quite annoying. So
this stream will have to be private now.
He's a procrastinator with some things. Like he'll never hesitate to stream, but when we
pour a beer.
Yes, but when we need shit around here scanned or stuff done, so like. Oh, we really got to get it. We've had to get out of here for over a year. Oh, no, we've got to get here now. Buddy, what the hell have you been doing? So, yes, the procrastination is probably his worst feature. Oh.
Among the many. We'll make a list for you. We'll think about it. Yes. This stream is getting privated. Nothing to see. From now on, that'll be our if we're having technical difficulties, we'll put up a picture of, there we go. That'll be our technical difficulties. All right, where was I? Okay. So he, meaning the guy who diagnosed you first, didn't have a full test like void shrink. I'm still borderline autism. Okay, I tested. Okay, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not. And maybe these people are legit. Here's my problem. The guy who said you had autism, who first said you had autism, didn't have a full test. So first, they're testing you without full tests. Now they're testing you with full tests. So they take something off, but they still say you're borderline. See, I don't like this. I would say, I want to get tested. If you don't have a full test, don't waste my time. Test me with a full test. And if you test me and I meet a criteria and you had the full test, put it on the piece of paper. Whatever your test says. I would never waste time with a half-assed test. And anything that the full test tells me, like avoidant, I'd want on that piece of paper. So I think, something doesn't sound right with the way they're operating, the way you're
Also, you're telling us that this one shrink told you you're too smart to have autism. We've heard that from his shrink. I don't believe intelligence and autism
right.
negate each other. You could have an incredibly intelligent person who's autistic. You can have a simpleton or a mental retard who's autistic too.
Right.
I don't think there's any correlation between the two. You say, oh, you're super smart, so you can't be autistic. No, that has no bearing on what autism is or isn't.
Right.
So I don't know if that's them misunderstanding what autism is or if that's their excuse.
Because it sounds like they're patronizing him and he's falling for it. You're too smart. Whoa, bro. I thought I was autistic, but you said I'm too smart for that. Look at me. I'm so smart. It sounds like they're patronizing you. I'd be like, bitch, this is the full test. Give me I would have a very different approach. Maybe because I'm in my 40s. I don't know. I would have a very, all this, no offense. The more I hear, the more I think something's really wrong here. That's how I feel. It sounds like something's really wrong. Well, the first guy said it autism, but it wasn't a full test. Well, then why'd you waste my time if it wasn't a full test? Did he tell you that at the time? Or did this bitch say, oh, last time it wasn't a full test. I'm going to be the full test. Oh, no. Well, the other thing, if he didn't have the full test, then how was he able to diagnose you in the first place? I mean, he could put down suspected autism or suspected this or that, but without a full test, how was he able to diagnose you? And now you took the full test and they're negating the old test. Why even waste time with the old test? It almost sounds like it was a pre-screening. And why not give you avoidant if you meet the criteria, even if you change later? It just everything about and you're too everything about this just sounds fucked up. It really sounds fucked up. That's how it sounds. It just sounds. No. Forget about Social Security. Their job is simply to test you and diagnose, not decide what you do and don't have, based upon what they want to believe is true. Well, you might have autism, but we think we can cure it. You do have avoidant, but even though you have avoidant, according to our test, I think the pills will cure you. It's not their job to think what they can or can't cure in the future. It's their job to tell you have. It's like saying, okay, this guy has cancer, but I don't know, bone cancer. But I think if I give him some magic sugar water, it'll cure him in 6 months. So tell you what, I see you have cancer. I'm not going to put it down. Drink the sugar water because in 6 months you might not have it. So I'm not even going to give you. The purpose of a diagnosis is to do a thorough test and tell me what I have now at this moment, not what you think I'm going to have in the future. That's why I'm really eyebrow raised at what you're telling me. Yeah, go to a specialist. These DOs sound too. It sounds like like the ultra rich go to this rejuvenation clinic and we drank eggs and milk and we played some ping pong and then we went for a swim in the pool and then we had a Lamaze class or whatever and then they gave me a colonic. It sounds like some weird rich people woo-woo clinic is what it sounds like. I wouldn't trust them for a diagnosis of anything, not just mental health. I wouldn't trust them for cancer. I wouldn't trust them for fucking anything. It sounds like a place you pay a lot of money to go for a swim, play some tennis, and get a colonic, maybe get a blood test. It sounds like some bullshit to me. That's what it sounds like. In other words, I agree with Cassandra. These aren't the people who should be I would not go to these people if I suspected cancer. I would not go to them for any kind of mental health assessment. Other than what? Like maybe something, my skin, dead skin follicles, they gave me a facial. That's what this sounds like to me. It sounds like bullshit. But
a glorified spa.
Glorified spa. Okay, now flying solo, you're getting a bit scary. It's like Denmark, Andy. You're getting a little a little. Come on. Okay, it's just I'm not simping for Cass. There's still a decorum here.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be a fucking pervert. Come on, now you're being a dick.
Yeah.
Especially since you were nice before. Don't be. Come on. Scary. Yes, that's why I'm glad my brother joins us because. Sometimes we kind of agree on this one. My brother says I'm an asshole and I reinvent the future. I say we both agree. Something about I'm not trying to knock complex. I'm just saying what he's saying troubles me. How do you feel, bro? See, too smart to be autistic. Is this even real? Yeah. Are any of these things even real? Okay, so but here's what I'm asking. Okay, she took your tism. why did the guy, same institution, why did the guy give you the TISM in the first place without the full test? How is he able to give you TISM without a full test? But this lady was able to take it away with the full test. In theory, he shouldn't have given you TISM, if what you're saying is true. But this lady should have given you avoidant. So I don't understand that. I can't make her change my mind. I can always do it again. Yeah, somewhere else. And like Cassandra was saying, a neurologist or somebody who, specifically for that. Yeah, send me the test later. Sounds good. I've shared mine many times. That came from a neuropsych. Well, no, you think you have mild TISM. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But right now, the priestess, that's the most important thing. Do you have an official piece of paper? Because that's all the government cares about. If you don't have a priest or priestess from the Church of Modern Medicine giving you that writ of autism, then you don't have that diagnosis. Whether you do or you don't, whether you actually do or actually don't, it's all about the magic piece of paper from the institution Church of Modern Medicine. So according to you, the TISM was taken away. So you don't have TISM on paper. Not a lot of spurgs end up in like engineering jobs. A lot get like mathematical degrees, but then they can't hold. Then they go work at Kmart or whatever. I've never heard that. Some of these people, they have brilliant mathematical minds, but they don't know how to tie their own shoes or brush their teeth. So this whole too smart where? Smart with math, but are you smart enough to take care of yourself? And what about the social aspect? Are you socially retarded? Too smart. It sounds like you fell for it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
If you fall for that, you're not that smart. I hate to say it. If you fall for that, you're not that line. Right now, you tested high for mild autism, but they took away the TISM, and you did test positive for avoidant, but she doesn't want to give it to you because she's hoping the pills will help. Okay. Oh, the old test. Okay. Well, the old tests don't count. The priestess of late took away the old tests. They're garbage. Don't care what they said. They don't count anymore towards anything, officially recognized. It's all about that magic piece of paper. You can be the best driver in the world. If you don't have a driver's license, they're going to pull you over, arrest you, impound the car. Doesn't matter if that guy is just swerving all over the place, but he's got a license. You don't have that license. You don't have that piece of paper. I understand. Cassandra says there's been an influx of meanness directed at her for no reason. I was saying don't be an asshole. Everyone be polite. All that stuff about I want to grape. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
and this isn't me. How dare you talk to precious Cassandra? I would say it's right. Even if you were saying it's like at some point, it's like, come on, we're having a nice discussion here. He's telling us about his OD, and then all of a sudden, it was the one time this happened. I remember I had a panel, and I remember Denmark Andy, the cocaine asshole. He started getting nasty with you and Tyra Norquay, and I was like, dude, come on, man. We took our turn talking on panel. I had to ban them. I had to kick them off. It's like, come on, there's a decorum here. But actually, I haven't streamed in a couple weeks. Who's been so mean to you? Sometimes I think, like in this case, I think he is being Complex is being an asshole. I think sometimes you think people are being assholes, like, you wanted me to perform. No, I said, hey, Cassandra, one of these days you should bring your keyboard on. So sometimes you over-exaggerate things. So maybe it's a combination of your own over-exaggeration and real assholishness towards you, and you conflate the two. Because, it's... Where are we? Waffles sucks. Okay. How you doing, Diffusey? Yes. I was going to get off, but I said we can't get off until Diffusey. It's not a stream like Diffusey. Well, that doesn't apply here because we don't know what you look like. I show my face. He kind of does. We don't know. Maybe what you're saying is true in real life. We have no idea what the fuck you look like. So you can't use your ugliness here because you won't show your face. So that doesn't count here with the whole what we're talking about right now. But really high on 2 to 5 tests. The other 3 were average. She says my ADHD was hurting my total scores. How does one affect? They're all, you get ADHD or you don't. You get autism or you don't. You get PTSD or you don't. You get OCD or you don't. It's like one shouldn't affect the other, which is why I think you should find a neurologist or some mental health professional, not this fucking OD. I'm getting tired of talking about this. This whole sounds.
Scroll down a bit.
I'm going to take a piss. You do it, and you go ahead. Whatever comment you want to go for, I'm going to take a piss. This is getting weird. And I don't think. I'd like to think the best of Complex. I think he's a bit misguided. I'm just hoping, like, look, man,
You've been paying attention, Thule. Very good. That's what we put on our steaks and our pork chops. All right, then. So, yes.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot.
Look, Cassandra, answer where this rash of hostilities been. She's talking about here in my switch.
Oh, no. She said in DBFs.
Oh, well, what are you doing over at DBFs in the first place? It's on you. That's on her. Which is why people say she's a masochist. Maybe they're right. What do you say? Go scroll up. I saw it. For someone who's always criticizing, I'm a bully to you, Cass, because I want to grape and I'm ugly and alone. Well, it's we're trying to have a nice discussion. You're a person. You can do your own fucking stream, and if Cassandra shows up there, you can tell her because she's apparently a masochist. You can tell her what you want to grape her. Save it for your own fucking stream and show your face so we know how really. Because you can't. This is the one because you don't show your face, so you can't hide behind the "I'm too ugly" excuse here. We don't even know what the fuck you look like. Ugh. The whole OD clinic sounds so fucked up to me. No, but you can watch me make it. It's not that hard. I've done it before. Next time I do a grill stream, I'll do like a cooking video. I'll be Julia Childs, and you can learn the recipe as I do it for you in real time. How's that sound? I don't want to post it. I want you to see me do it in real time. The secret family steak recipe. Yeah,
Well, Thule shares it.
Oh, Thule. Oh, he's talking to Thule.
No, he's talking to us, but Thule shared it.
Where was it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like you take over. Okay.
No, because
You're always saying you missed that. I come back. We're like, what the fuck are we?
All this minutiae we don't need.
We call it the spice. We got to make new spice melange. I'm going to premix all that shit, so it's like add it separately. I don't even know where we are. Thank you, Diffusey. I love you too.
Exactly.
Let's go down. I'm going to skip to the bottom. You've done a poor job with chat here, buddy. You criticize me, but then when you're in charge.
No.
All the time. Oh, that one. Okay, fine. You take over. And it's like, where the hell are we?
I read to them. We didn't need to.
Well, you can't see. This is part of the problem. When you're the host of the show, you can't just sit there reading. You got to acknowledge the audience. You got to acknowledge what's being. You can't just.
Yeah, I know.
Let me guess. I want to take a piss, and you basically sat here in silence, reading to yourself. Okay, that's not how you host a stream, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, you got to chew through the fat.
Yes, you've established that. Yes. Love. We all love each other. Great. No, I did not see Hacker. I haven't seen Hacker in a while. Hacker Lewis in Tennessee. He got kicked out of a park. Was this on stream? He was streaming. He was doing a live stream in the park. He got kicked out of the park for trespassing and scaring the local. No, I didn't hear that. Did you tell us about this? We actually saw this.
Yeah, how do we know this happened?
He was like, what, streaming? I'm at the park, nice day, doing a stream, and what people... I didn't hear the story. And do we know this happened, or is it a rumor? Because he usually streams from his trailer. He was doing like an outdoor live stream on his phone or something. No, I didn't see or hear that. No. Was this recently or was this years ago? It's like an old. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
This is news to us.
News to me. Who knows? Was this recent? Or you're talking about like 10 years ago. But he was streaming in a park and he was asked to leave on stream. By whom? The police showed up. No, it's all news to me. Yes. What? Yesterday. So he took down the stream, but someone else re-uploaded it that quickly? No, I didn't hear any of this. No, maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. I had no idea. News to me. I haven't seen Hacker in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've talked to Hacker.
Yes,
I watch him. He's like, I'm an occasional star. He's an occasional here. We like 2 planets far, or once in a blue moon, we come around. I really don't know what he's been doing of late, but I know who he is and where he's from, and we've interacted before, and it's usually positive-ish. It can get weird with him too sometimes. I guess it gets weird with me, but yeah, no, I didn't hear any of this. And okay, sounds interesting. If it's true, I'd love to have seen it, but oh well. Okay, so time to get off. How are we doing T-wise?
I think we're winding down.
But yes, he looks like that lady.
Exactly.
If they're like brother and sister, I'd believe it.
Yeah.
Picture a pair of glasses. That's what the lady looked like. She was a nice lady, very nice. And she and I were going at the same pace while poor brother Click had to like slow himself down. Yeah. Like she didn't realize I was injured and vice versa. We were both walking along. I can't remember ever since my injury.
To her, that pace is normal.
To me, it's normal. So like, oh, I was going for a nice little stroll here, and he's like, oh God, oh my God, yes. It was funny. I felt normal again because I was walking at the same pace as someone else. That's how fucked up my gait is now. Yes, I have gained a few pounds. Yes, I've gained a lot of weight because I've been in a wheelchair for the past 6 fucking months. Where have you been, Waffles? Where the F have you been?
He hasn't really been here.
No, he hasn't. He's disappointed us.
Yes.
Time to get off. I'm still off some tea, but it's time to say fuck
It
this.
might be.
It's like it's 10 o'clock. You got to go to bed sooner.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch some TV or you can go to bed, whatever. It's like this was nice-ish, but now it's like
it just died.
It was just every like month. I mean, once or twice a month we'll do a 2-3 hour stream and call it.
That's a good call, yeah.
Because it's like and we say a few things, some interesting things, but it's always dead end.
Yes.
This whole channel's a fucking dead end.
Just like our lives.
Like our lives, like everybody. That's why I say June cannot be Jejune. This is Jejune.
Right,
why are we doing a Jejune stream here when I could be?
We're doing the stream is Jejune, so June won't be.
Well, no, it's like I can stream and drink, but when it comes time to doing actual things, I was depressed again today. I don't understand. Have you ever restream any girls on your stream? But restream girl, what are you talking about?
Does he mean grills?
Oh, grills? What does restream mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I stream, it ends. As long as YouTube doesn't mess with it, it's there for you to go back and watch, and then I might do a new stream. What does restream mean? I don't understand that. Girls or grills? I don't understand.
Yeah, what are you asking?
We're getting to the point of like weird shit. It's time to get off soon. I want to end with a good song. I just told my so we have this house emptied out, but
yes, we
do. It's a song. I think it's inspired me to sing a song. All right, I got one with this one. I'm gonna laugh. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Do, 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 do. Put a smile upon your face as if there's nothing wrong. Think about the good times had a long time ago. Think about your worries and your woes. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. That's what I got to do. La 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 yo. Pretending can make. I got to pretend. Pretending can make it real. A snowy pasture, a green and grassy field, walking in the sunshine. All right. I think that's it. Any last words? Time to say goodnight?
I think it is.
I think it is. Hold on.